6 for the EV, ride around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me, sip water like a fish, sip box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new way, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world a makeover. Time never stops, no the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see.
Yo, what's good, family? It's your boy, Demond up in the building. We Talk Hawks TV. We talk Hawks daily. #1 YouTube fan channel for the Hawks, for the fans, by the fans. I'm back with y'all today. Just want to talk about the state of the franchise, man. It's a lot of back and forth going on, man. What's true, what's not. It's just a lot of stuff going on now that we have moved on from Travis Link as our general manager. Let me drop this link real quick before somebody come and ask me, where the link at? Let me go and drop it. And really, guys, I just came on the show today, man. I just want to discuss some of the rumors. I mean, we don't know how much of it is 100% is facts. Obviously, Travis isn't saying it. He's not interviewing, saying it out of his mouth, if you know what I mean. But it's just a lot of stuff going on within the organization that I want to discuss, man. And it seems like that no matter who's the owner, who's owning the Atlanta Hawks, man, these Wrestler and the ASG, the last owners, it's always some internal issues going on that affects the team. And it's crazy that, with the ASG, we had our own there was an ownership group. If y'all didn't know, the Atlanta Spirit Group, that was an ownership group. So they had numerous owners. Obviously, one had a little bit more power than the other ones, but they're trying to do a hostile takeover and shit. And one of the owners set up our own general manager on a conference call with the other owners. Like, that's crazy to me. I'd never seen nothing like that. ASG sells the team to Tony Wrestler. Fast forward to now. His son did a hostile takeover. And all the stuff that I'm reading, it shows me that this organization is dysfunctional. It's really dysfunctional. I was reading about the Trae Young and the Luka, and I've been up here many times. I remember I was telling analysts this one time, and I've told a lot of people this, that Trae Young was never Travis's choice. I knew that. And it was like, no, they was gonna get him. No, I knew he didn't want Trae Young. That wasn't it. Let me change that. I don't want to say he didn't want him. Let me change that. I knew that Trae wasn't his first pick. That wasn't his top target in the draft. Because if that was his target, he would have never had to make a trade to go get Trae Young, if that was his target. But then again, he could have just did that. He could have wanted Trae and just did that to try to fleece Dallas out of a pick or something. But I never felt that Travis really was a Trae Young guy. And I also said it. I've also said this on the show, that I never believed that Travis believed in Trae Young like Mark Cuban believed in Luka Dončić. And every time I say that, I'll go back to the following season after both of them guys' rookie year. The Mavs, when it got Porzingis, they was already trying to team Luka up with another all-star caliber player. Meanwhile, Travis was like, nah, We need more picks. We going back into the lottery. And that's I always thought that, and I said it numerous times. The stuff that's coming out that I'm reading is very disheartening as a longtime fan supporter of this organization. What's good, RJ? My boy RJ up in the building. Let me know when your camera up, man. I'll bring you on. It's very all the stuff that's coming out now is very embarrassing as a fan. And obviously, guys, I'm 45 years old, so I see stuff a little different than maybe some of the younger guys. To me, this is an embarrassment. It makes our organization look dysfunctional. Me personally, and everybody who know me, they already know that I wanted Luka Dončić. They know. Let me rephrase that. That I wanted to keep Luka Dončić. I didn't get on a Luka Dončić bandwagon till towards the end, till close to the draft when I started following him in the EuroLeague. So I don't want to sit here and act like I was some type of prophet, talk about go get Luka Dončić, 2-3 years before the draft. I became a fan of Luka Dončić maybe 3 to 5 months before the draft. When I started following his EuroLeague team, I started watching EuroLeague basketball and just to see what he could do. I was never a fan of Trae Young. Anybody who knows me from New Pat City already knows that I did not want Trae Young. I didn't want to draft Trae Young. I didn't think he was the guy that could lead us to a championship. I thought he was too small to be a leader. Excuse me, I don't want to say it like that. I thought it was too. I think he had too many deficiencies to be a number one. I knew he was a volume shooter. I already told people all that. So to hear that we had Luka Dončić and we only traded him because the wrestlers wanted to sell fucking tickets is mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing that even came out, rumor or not. And I will hope that Nick Wrestler or Tony Wrestler will conduct an interview with somebody to debunk that stuff. Because that's the type of information, you don't want that information leaking out, man. It make you look, as a fan of the Atlanta Hawks, and obviously Tony Wrestler is the owner, billionaire. So, this is an investment for him. So I can understand from a business standpoint, him being a businessman. Oh, we get Trae. Oh, I'm finna make a whole bunch of money off merch, off ticket sales. I can understand him saying, you know what, Luka Dončić, I don't think he could sell. I don't think the fans will get behind a Luka Dončić. And you know what? I wish I could speak to Tony Wrestler. I wish I could go back in time and tell Tony Wrestler that, listen, man, you will make your money if you let this dude, let him build his team, let him get Luka, let him build around Luka Dončić. Down the line, you'll be able to get your money. Because what I do know, and what I do know about Atlanta fans, and I'm not born in Atlanta, I'm not raised in Atlanta, but what I do know from all the Atlanta fans, all the Atlanta Falcon, Brave, Dog fans that I've met over the years, is we just want to fucking win ball games, and we want to win championships. That's what we want. At the end of the day, let me bring my boy RJ on. What's good, my guy?
Hey man, what's good? What's good, man?
I'm gonna type in with you. Let me finish my thoughts real quick, and I'll let you have it. Where was I at? Oh, I know where I was at. All the Atlanta fans I've met, Braves, Dogs. Well, obviously Dogs not in Atlanta, but Hawks, Falcons, at the end of the day, what we all have in common is we want to win games. We want to win games that matter. We want to win championships. We want to be celebrating. As a fan of the Atlanta Hawks for 30 plus years, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not in the entertainment business. I don't give a fuck about entertainment. I don't care if we look good if we playing. I don't care if let me change that. All I care about is did we win the game. I don't care how we win the game. I don't care who on the court will win the game, who's the coach. I don't care about that. I don't care if none of these dudes make an all-star game. All I care is about wins. Because at the end of the day, as a sports fan, that's what matters. So I don't know about a lot of y'all, but when I was in school, we used to go back and forth about teams. Now, luckily, when I was in school, this was in the 90s when we was a powerhouse with Dominique, with Kevin Willis. This is the late 80s, 90s. Kevin Willis. So we was up there. We just couldn't get past we had Dominique, he had to go through Hall of Famers. He had to go through all-time greats. And we did. That's why I never fought Dominique for not winning a championship. He had to go against, you had the GOAT. You had Bird, Zeke. That's a hard thing to try to get through. Now, we had a chance against Boston, but we tricked that shit off. But so when that stuff come out and I'm reading this stuff, it just it's so disheartening as a fan, knowing that when you really sit back and look at it and you just cut away all the fluff, we got rid. The owner, Tony Wrestler, let Travis go, a proven general manager coming from a winning franchise with a championship ring. He let him go in order for two guys who are inexperienced to run the team. I don't understand why Mr. Wrestler, as a billionaire business owner, why would he make that? That don't sound like a smart decision from a billionaire. It sounds like a decision to where the owner doesn't care as long as he's making money. So that's what it sounds like to me. It don't sound like, and that's what listen, I've been telling people, man, Tony Wrestler come up there, I want to win a championship. Blah, 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 blah. Lies. Then I read the Kevin Huerter shit. But, I called that. I said Kevin Huerter was a money move. And that's what it was, according to the reports.
And I'm gonna tell you this too. A lot of people didn't really pay attention to this, man. We did a lot of trading back in that second round with Tony Wrestler, and he would get like $1 million or $3 or $4 million every time he traded back. And that's something to look at too, man. And at the time I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but the truth of the matter is, man, I think we got an owner that's more concerned with just selling tickets and making money. And he's really not concerned with winning, man.
Yeah, I don't listen. Now I'm gonna say this, man. Hopefully, Nick Wrestler is about winning. I mean, we know he is a fan of Trae Young. This is the worst thing that could happen. This is the worst thing. Which I pray that this. Listen, let me just clear this real quick. Even though I don't agree with the moves done at the executive level, I would never sit here and say I hope Nick Wrestler and Landry Fields fail.
Right.
Because guess what? If they fail, then the Hawks lose. So
that's a bigger setback.
Yeah, let me just clear that up. I do not want, even though I'm not in favor of it, just like I wasn't in favor of drafting Trae, I do not, as long as they work and play for the Hawks, I support them. I do not want them to fail. I do not, I'm not a fan. I don't want them to fail so I can come up here and say, see, I told y'all so. No, I want them to be successful. And I want to make sure I get this on the record. I clear this up because I don't want nobody coming up in here and we start winning games and people come up here. See, you thought they were gonna fail. Listen, I want Nick to be successful. I want Landry to make the good trades and make us a better team. Whatever Cal Corver gonna do, whatever he gonna do as the assistant, I hope he does it well. Okay, I just want to make sure I get that out there. But let me look at the bad side. The bad side is Nick Wrestler could cater to Trae Young because that's what's about to happen. Anytime your star player in the boss is homies, that's what's about to happen right now. Trae Young and Nick Wrestler are the masterminds behind the Atlanta Hawks. They're the masterminds behind the trade for Dejounte. And when I'm reading these articles and it says Travis Link was not for trading for Dejounte because he didn't think he was worth, those 3 first-round picks. I can't sit here and say that I disagree with that. I'm not going to sit here and say I disagree with what Travis said because what we can say about Travis, his track record for trades was good. He didn't get beat in no trades. He didn't get fleeced. You can't name a trade where he got fleeced. But listen. ATL Kool-Aid, I don't know. What are you talking about? What you saying is speculation. This is not true. How do you know it's not true? You don't know more than me. I don't care if you at a draft party. Unless you're an executive of the Atlanta Hawks, you don't know more than nobody up in here. So stop it with the cap, bro.
And
stop it with the nonsense.
Man, we can really
what you mean I'm saying is speculation. You was where, man? Because I'm talking about numerous subjects. So where the fuck you was at, AT? I need to hear where you was at. Because tell me. So this is what I need you to do. Since you know everything, ATL Kool-Aid, get on the phone, get Nick Wrestler on the phone. Let me talk to him. Since you got connections, since you was there, get Nick Wrestler on the motherfucking phone right now. Get him on the phone. Get him on the phone then. If you talk to the executives, who you talk to? Because God dang, bro, every night you come in here with nonsense, dog, and it don't make sense. You don't listen to what I'm saying. You come in here and because you Trae Young, I'm Trae Young, #1 fan. I don't listen. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck how much you love Trae Young. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I don't care. Only thing I care about is the Hawks winning games. That's it. I don't care who on the team if we winning. I'm not a player fan, bro. I'm not 15 years old, bro. Okay? I'm not a fan of a freaking player. Because players come, players to go. Fans like us still gonna be here. Players are not fans of the team they play for, bro. They play here because they get paid. Straight up. So I don't know why y'all be coming up in here and with this fantasy la bullshit. I'm just keeping it a buck with your ATL. You come in here every day like you the goddamn man, like you know everything, and you ain't saying shit that makes sense. This is all you do when you come in here. Oh, stop talking about Trae. Oh, Trae do this. Hey, Trae do that. Stop it with the nonsense, my guy. Stop it with the nonsense.
And one of the things,
I said when I came. Let me say this real quick, RJ, and I'll let you go. My bad, bro. I came up here. The first thing I said out my mouth, ATL Kool-Aid, was, I don't know what's true, and I said rumors. That's what I said. So don't come in here saying what I'm saying is lying when I sat there and told everybody before I started, rumors. Okay, rumors. You know what that means. Jesus Christ, bro. Dudes be up here, bro, but ATL, he be sensitive. He probably gonna quit watching the Hawks if Trae ever leave. Shit. Go ahead, RJ.
See, man, this my thing, man. Speaking on what you were saying, man.
He gonna send me to the garage early.
It is all rumors at the end of the day, but I'm telling you, man, where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire, man. There's probably a little bit of truth to what's going on with this organization. But one of the main things I want to touch on, and I've been saying this when I came on, if the ownership is the problem, the Hawks got an even bigger problem. And that ain't really nothing we can fix unless somebody comes in with $1 billion some dollars and say, hey man, I want to buy this team, and he has to want to sell it. So, that's a huge problem. But speaking on Travis, I will say this. I think the only mistake one of the mistakes Travis made, in my opinion, was he definitely should have got some more size around Trae Young. I think that's been one of our Achilles heels with the team. And I want to see what these new guys going to do. Maybe this new type of approach can work. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen with that. I really am, because.
And like I said, RJ, at the end of the day, as Hawks fans,
Right.
some may agree with Nick Wrestler being up there. Some people may disagree. I disagree. Okay. But I know I need his ass to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
I need him to be, because I want us to win games. So I'm not going to sit here and say, man, F Nick Wrestler, I hope he fail. Like, I want him to be successful. And if that means everybody come up here and say, hey, Demond, you was wrong, blah, blah, I'll be wrong when we making a run to the finals. I love to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I love for somebody to say, Demond, you should make a video apologizing to Nick Wrestler. Let me tell you, so we make a run to a finals, I'll be up here apologizing all day. Just like I made a video apologizing for Trae Young when I used to knock his ass his rookie year. I used to light his ass up.
That's one of the biggest differences between being a fan of the team and just being a fan of one particular player.
Yeah,
so when you a fan of the team, you can sit back and say, hey, man, I was wrong about dude. Because I'm going to tell you, I was wrong about JJ, man. I thought they should have, I really think they should have traded him a while back to get something for him. And people telling me, nah, man, dude. And he's really been showing me something. So, like I said, again, that's the difference between being a fan of the organization and just being a fan of a player, man.
I feel you.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah, that's what I be telling people. ATL Kool-Aid, how old are you, man? Because for some reason, you must think, don't let my looks fool you, dog. You must think I'm like 29 or 30 or something. You've been a fan longer than me at 10 years old. Bro, how old you think I am, bro? I say it all the time. People know. I've been rooting for this team, bro, for 35 years. Do you understand me? You think you're the only one who saw John Drew and Tree Rollins? Huh? You kidding me? Come on, man. I even got me. Do I need to go upstairs and get my warm-up jacket? My 80s warm-up jacket I got that the players wore? Come on, man. Don't play, bro. Do not play me. Bro, listen. Do not ever play me about the Hawks, bro. I'm a diehard Hawks fan, bro. I'm a diehard Hawks fan. You understand me, bro? You don't even catch me wearing. I don't even wear other teams' basketball apparel, bro. I only wear Hawks apparel when it comes to basketball. Don't play me.
And to pivot from that, one of the questions I wanted to bring up is, man, we're getting real close to this All-Star break. All-Star break is right around the corner. And I know I've been a component saying, man, John Collins is going to get traded, man. I honestly don't know if he's going to get traded, man. I really don't know.
RJ, this is the problem with that, man. This is the problem. If they were smart, right? If I'm Nick Wrestler, this is what I would do. Right. Okay. Basically, trying to trade John, you're not going to get nothing in return. Let's keep it a buck. We're not going to get nothing in return. In order to move John Collins, you're going to have to say, you know what? I don't care if he goes somewhere else and average 20 points a game. I don't care. I don't care if I trade him and I'm only getting some bum-ass player who's going to be on the bench and a second-round pick, because so many leaks within the organization have damaged his trade value. Then they don't even know how to showcase him correctly. Mm-hmm. Somebody need to be telling them, y'all need, this is what I'll be telling Nick Wrestler.
Stop playing him at the 5.
You need to tell John to stop shooting these fucking 3-pointers. It's fucking up his numbers. His shooting numbers is only down because he's shooting more threes, which he's not good at. Yeah. They need to tell him, stop shooting the threes. Let's go back to the mid-range shit, okay? So we can at least get his value up.
Right
now, listen, right now, man, I think JC has listen. Reading what I've been reading all day today, knowing that the ownership had a hand way back in 2018 of who we drafting, bruh. I believe Travis Link hands really been tied since 2018.
Yeah.
I really don't think he has been able to put forth to draft the players that he wanted for
He
his
hasn't been able
vision.
to show his vision.
Yeah.
He hasn't
Because
been able
if they meddled
Yeah.
with that pick, who knows? And that's saying if that's true, who
And-
knows what else they've been involved in? Say,
and I remember you and
go ahead.
myself, we were big components of Ayton. Who's to say Travis didn't want to go after Ayton, but the owner was like, nah, that's gonna be too much money. You know,
knowing what we know now, it
right?
probably
Knowing what we know
was.
now,
since
it
they
kind of
dumped
makes
Herter.
you wonder. It just makes me think like, man, maybe we could have had a DeAndre Ayton in here, and we just had an owner that didn't want to spend the paper. So that's a huge concern, man. And Tony Wrestler's playing. If he's out here saying, man, I want to win a championship, but I want to win on a budget, you're not gonna win no championship.
No.
That's impossible. It's impossible.
Yeah, this ain't football where they build up the team around a rookie quarterback. No,
Right.
And here, bro, you got in the NBA, bro. Last night, I don't know. I can't remember if you was here last night, RJ. But last night, I forgot who it was. Somebody on the panel.
Mm-hmm.
Golden State luxury tax bill is double.
Yeah.
Our regular payroll.
Yep.
Like, how do you think you gonna compete with that? And all we got is Trae Young and Dejounte. No offense to Trae or Dejounte,
Right.
but bruh, they not Steph, Clay, Draymond. Who the other max money over there? Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
Jordan
Poole just got a big deal.
Jordan Poole just got paid.
Yeah.
Bro, that's 5 dudes, and I guarantee you they making over $30 million a year piece.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. And maybe Poole's contract kicks in next year.
And
I'm not tripping.
And I'm gonna bring this up, and I know this is hindsight. I was one of the main people telling folks, man, if the boy out there, what was his name out there, number 45, he plays for the Cavs now. What's his name?
Well, I'm about to say Dejounte Murray.
Y'all, come on. God, what is that boy's name?
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell. I was telling people, I said, man, go get Mitchell. Everybody said, nah, him and Trae the same type of player. They're both small. I don't care about none of that, man. It's the talent you want. You give me all the talent. I think Shaq had said that when I want all the talented players on my team, every last one of them. If I can afford to have them all, I'll take them all. But I'm here to say, man, I think the only thing that the Hawks can really do right now, man, and I know as a Raptors fan, you probably don't want to hear this, man. If Pascal Siakam is up for grabs, we need to go get him, man.
They're not gonna do that, bro. What we do know is this: whoever we want to go get, Trae Young need to be reaching out to him because it seemed like my boy Mike brought that up the other night. It seemed like the reason they went after Dejounte is because that was Trae's homie. Well, because they linked up at the All-Star game and they kicked it woo-dee-woo-woo. So basically, this is what this shit remind, bro. This is like how everybody called LeBron James Le GM.
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna seem like because every move we make, you best believe Landry and Nick Wrestler, they're going to talk to Trae about it. They're going to talk to him about it. And I don't think that's how you effectively run a team. I think you need to have, and people may disagree, maybe because you can call me old school. I believe that the general manager really shouldn't have like a personal relationship. I think no executive should have a personal relationship with the players because because now you can't look at the team. You can't make moves without a bias.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't really, and that goes to one of the quotes that they said that Travis said. He said he told them which is crazy. He said that the Hawks should look at trading Trae Young. So right there, and I only brought that up to say this. That's what I like about Travis, is that he can look at the player. He don't look at them as friends. He look, and I hate to say it like this. He look at them as commodity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I hate to say it like that because they're human beings, but he can look at them and I say, you know what? I don't want to trade this guy because he's my friend. I don't want to trade this guy because he's going to be mad at me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, not saying Travis was going to trade a Trae Young, you know, but I'm sure there's nothing wrong with kicking the tires just to see what you can get in return. But guess what happened? Guess what happened? The shit, according to the reports, the shit got back to Trae. I wonder who told him. Probably Nick fucking Wrestler did.
Yeah.
Because the only person you can bring that up to is the owner. Hey, maybe we should look, because you're not trading a franchise player in a Trae Young, and you ain't clearing that through no owner. You know what I'm saying? So, which Nick was probably either in the room or Tony probably told him. He run back, tell Trae. Trae feeling some type of way. Now you sour that relationship, but like I said, the way that Travis was doing stuff, he didn't need to have a personal relationship with Trae anyway, because that's not how he move. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, bro, we in a bad. The only thing that can help us, bro, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, winning fucking games, bro. These dudes got to go on a run. Yeah, if we can go on the run, and out here. Maybe what we got? All-Star is when? All-Star is February, right? So we got maybe a month.
It's about a month to the deadline. Yeah, it's about a month to the deadline.
So we got about a month. We need to put together. I mean, we need to be in some type of 10 winners of 10 of their last 12, 10 of the last 13. We need to be winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In order for this nonsense to die down, and then I'll let you go, Jordan. Let me say this last line.
Take your time, bro.
Winning, I just lost my train of thought. I was about to say, what was I about to say, bro? I was talking about winning. I was talking about winning.
And going on that run.
Yeah, we got to go on the run, man. Because if we can win the games, I know what I was gonna say. And I was telling somebody this. Nobody's out here thinking, and this is for the fans, man, in the chat and everybody. Y'all don't think that these executives talk amongst each other? You think these executives are not talking about how Travis just got done dirty, even though we gave him all his money anyway? But you think, and here's one last thing, then I shut up. Let me talk about the coach. Nate McMillan gonna get fired at the end of the year. Okay, we know that. We know that's gonna happen, right? Unless for some reason we win a championship, he gonna get fired. If you was a coach, and this is for anybody in the chat, and this for RJ and Jordan, y'all give me an answer to this. If you was a coach with any type of pedigree, right? Any type of pedigree, championship, playoff coach, whatever. Would you really want to come to this organization knowing you're going to have no power because your star player is not even going to report to you? He going straight to the executives. Right. So what type of coach with pedigree? Now, you could find a new coach, one of these assistants who just want an opportunity, right? Mm-hmm. But if we're supposed to be competing, we want to get somebody with some type of pedigree.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna come in. These people talk, coaches talk, executive talk. Ain't no coach gonna come in here and say, you know what, sign me up for this shit.
I'm with you. Yeah. I mean, for me, I mean, I was watching a video earlier about some of the NFL teams that are getting rid of their coaches ASAP. And I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Houston Texans. I mean, they fired their coaches, and I mean, they fired their coaches a little bit more frequently than the Hawks, right? But at the same time, I mean, the Hawks have had influence. Like, there's been no consistent member of the general managing group or the coaching staff that have been here longer than 5 years, at least in recent history, right? So you're looking at this job not only about what their limitations are going to be once they get here, but how you're going to sign a name that's going to be attractive, like, you know what I mean? One that can actually genuinely bring something to the Hawks is going to be hard because nobody's looking at this as like one of the prize spots in the NBA. You know what I mean? Nobody's looking at this as like, hey, that's the team I need to go to because, and I'm sorry, but Trae Young probably, and I'm going for the Hawks. Let me make this clear. I know, RJ, you were talking about trading Pascal. Bro, I want to rebuild my Raptors team, bro. I've been saying this for weeks. I think we're at a standstill where this team ain't going to the next step. So I'd like to tear it down and really have a good step because we have some great pieces in place to make a run in the future. So that's where I am. I want the Hawks to be successful. The bottom line is this. I think Trae over the course of the year has kind of lost his name a little bit in the sense that that's not going to be a deciding factor for a coach to come over here. You know what I mean? With the way he was playing in the playoffs, when you guys made your run, that's a little different. I think he had so much promise and he was making so many strides. You're looking at this team, okay, Trae Young's that guy. You know what I mean? But I think this year, with his efficiency issues and just his leadership problems and the problems off the court in the entire organization this year, I think no coach is looking at this as an entire, runaway. But there's one more thing I want to say, and this is the part this is my biggest issue with the Hawks, and you guys kind of briefly mentioned it, but this is a part that's super important to me. Number one, you're talking about Golden State and how they're like 2 times your cap capital. And the bottom line is, it's because their ownership doesn't mind spending money. You know what I mean? This ownership that you guys got in here, they don't like spending the money to get the championships because they don't care how successful they are. And I think it kind of wraps around, and I mean this because it kind of wraps around with what Ticket was saying the other night. Gerald was saying, oh, yeah, well, they're second in ticket sales no matter how the team's performing. And that might be right. And that might be the reason that they're not striving for championships and they don't really give a damn how this team does because the bottom line is they're getting asses in seats and they're getting money on their table.
Well, let me tell you something right there real quick on that part, Jordan. What he failed to tell you is that those tickets, that's not Hawks fans.
Right.
That's when the Knicks come to town.
I'm with you. Yeah.
That's when the Celtics come to town.
Yeah.
The Laker game, that shit sound like a Laker home game, bro.
Right. No, I'm with you.
And they came back and took the lead, that sounded like a Laker. So, but from a business standpoint, the owner don't give a fuck who he don't care who in there.
Exactly. And the other thing is, though, sorry to cut you off, but this leads into my next point, which is my biggest issue, right? Is that because they don't give a damn how this team does, and now your ownership, the people who own the motherfucking team, they're the ones controlling how this team does. Yeah. Does nobody see an issue with that? That's my problem, right? Because you're talking about these are the people that don't give a damn how this team does. And they're the team that is going to be drafting for you. They're the team that's going to be trading for you. The team that's going to be signing your free agents. That boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. And none of them have experience. A lot of them have no respect between the entire NBA because of the way that they've handled some of these situations in recent weeks. Right, and how they're going to continue to handle these situations because they have honestly, in my opinion, a coach who knows how basketball works. Okay, at their disposal, who's going to go to another team if you guys fire him. The bottom line is he's going to have some success somewhere else, whether it's as an assistant or as a coach, whatever the case may be. And you guys are going to handle this situation like crap because you've been handling recent situations like crap. You know what I mean? I just that part is the part that pisses me off the most. Because they don't care about the success of the team, and they're the ones making the damn decisions around here from this future.
They only care, and I'm saying this is just for right now. It could change, and this is just my opinion. Kool-Aid, ATL Kool-Aid know everything. I think they value, and I'm gonna tell you, man. We get my boy. I don't know if y'all been up here before with when my guy OG Chauncey be up here, man. And Chauncey said this in New Pat City. Facebook group months ago. Atlanta fans just want to be entertained. They don't, and the ownership knows that. That's why if and I'm just going off the stuff I read today. And that's why they wanted to trade for Trae Young. See, let me tell you something was funny, man. This whole time, my whole thought process was, we gave up Luka Dončić
Yeah.
because Dallas made us an offer we couldn't refuse. And I'm thinking, okay, Travis is gambling to try to go and get, because next year, who's the number one pick? Zion. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, because he ran it with the analytics team. They said even if you trade Luka, Dallas still gonna be in the lottery next year because they had ran the analytics numbers. So I'm thinking this whole time, I'm like, okay. I mean, at worst, we end up with Trae Young. At worst, right? And we got a shot at Zion. That's what I was thinking this whole time. Come to find out, the ownership wanted Trae not because they looked at him and said, this dude can lead us to a title. They looked at him and said, this dude can sell tickets because he a young black kid and he can relate to the city of Atlanta, which is funny because most of your season ticket holders are white anyway. So like that shit just blows my mind. But once again, let me add this at the end. From a bit, let me put on my business hat. From a business standpoint, that shit makes 100% sense. Okay, it makes tons of sense. The only thing he needed to do was say, I just need Trae Young to be successful. I'm finna make tons of money, sell these tickets, which happened. And that's why I was telling them last night, that $200 million that Tony Russell gave to Trae Young, he probably done double or triple that since Trae Young been here since 2018, from season ticket sales, from merch. Trae Young got us on national TV. He got us a Christmas game. So on the business side, see, I still got my business hat on. As a business side, it's fucking perfect.
It was genius.
Yeah, it was genius. I mean, let me put my fan hat back on.
You know, as a coach, man, the only thing that would kind of entice a coach is to say, man, they do got some talent as far as just players. However, you would be undermined as a coach if you came here because you got a weird relationship that the ownership and players have. That whole relationship to me is just weird. You don't really see a lot of that.
No,
especially for guys who ain't even won no championship. So, you know, that whole situation is weird. But as a coach, I wouldn't come here though, man. I couldn't do it. I think I would just be undermined. You would be constantly
because
your shoulders.
And you know what, RJ? What do you hear? What do you hear from let's see, Popovich, Belichick? They all say the same thing, bro. Yeah. Their superstars was allowed them to be coached. They allow, what did they say about Tom Brady and Belichick? Belichick would yell at Tom Brady and all that shit. Brady would sit there and take it. You know what I'm saying? When Brady could have easily said, you know what, fuck you, trade me, and been gone. But you can't, as a coach, you cannot come here as a coach. As a coach, as a man, bro, like you cannot take a position and know. Now let me keep it real. And know, because technically the players, you their supervisor as the coach. You tell them what to do. You the one in charge, right?
Right.
So you come in and you got one employee who gonna look at you and say, I'm gonna do basically, you can't tell me what to do. You could try, and then I'm just gonna go talk to one of the executives, the president of basketball, and Landry, the GM, and it's gonna go my way anyway. I mean, what coach was? It's no coach with who think he a man gonna come in and accept those type of terms. Because that's the first thing I would say. Right. If they interviewed me and I had I'm a coach with some pedigree. I'm telling you this, and I think my boy Chauncey said it the other night. I'm interviewing just like they're interviewing me. I'm interviewing them too, because I'm finna ask them some questions. I'm not finna sit there and just answer their shit.
Right.
I'm finna ask them. So, as the head coach, do I have what's my say in personnel movement? What's my say in trades and things like that? Also, I'm gonna tell them this because this is a deal breaker. Also, I need all players to report to me and not to none of y'all. Landry, you can talk to their agent. Executive, you can talk to their agent. But as far as y'all having relationships with these players, they need to be reporting to me for everything. And
but my thing is right when you drop, and that's an important line to drop, and that is an important thing that happens. The bottom line is the minute they go to that ownership group and they say those words and they direct that thing, they're no longer considering that guy as a candidate, because this ownership group, they want that shit. They want to be able to call the shots throughout the entire organization, and that's what's going to screw us here, because they don't want a coach who's going to come in and actually want to do shit. They want to coach. They want to coach. Oh yes, okay, yes, Mr. Wrestler.
They want a yes man.
Sir. You know, like exactly. What the hell are we talking about here? Because they're not going to get a good coach. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I've been so pro keep Nate, because I don't really think you're going to get a guy who knows basketball and cares as much as Nate does. Now, say what you want about Nate and how he's been over the year, or whatever. He's always on the floor trying to coach these guys through the game. He's always sitting there. You know what I mean? He tells them what to do in closeout situations. Don't go away. So they just don't want to listen. And I don't really think it's they as much as it is Trae. You know what I'm saying? Because Trae's going to go in there and Trae's going to call the shots, not just within the team, but within the ownership group, because he's the one making them all the money. The only person who's probably giving them any trouble right now, and by them I mean really the coaching staff and Nate, is probably Trae Young, because he don't want to be coached. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. That's the part that's annoying here, because I mean, I feel like the rest of the players actually do respect Nate as a coach and don't really have as much issue with Nate. And that brings me to one more other quick thing here that's annoying here is JC's trade value, bro. Because the only thing hurting JC's trade value, bro, isn't actually the way JC's being is the way JC is playing and the numbers he's putting up, because any one of those teams out there looking at his numbers and his overall career efficiency and what he can be, bro, is saying, hey, that's a great guy that we can bring into our roster and make us an instant, championship contender if we weren't one already. It can push us over the edge by having that third player who can really knock it down. The bottom line is that his play isn't what's hurting him. It's the role they're making him play.
And I said that's exactly what I said, Jordan, before you came on. I said that earlier. I said they're not even okay. If you go put out all these rumors, because somebody within the organization is putting this stuff out, right? If you're gonna put out these rumors, you can at least put him in positions
to look good.
Exactly. They're not even doing it. Listen, they need to tell him to stop shooting them threes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let him do what he's good at, bro. Let him go to the paint and make them plays. Yeah. He's still catching those lobs like he does. Like last night, he had 2 or 3 lobs throughout the game, man.
You know what, Jordan? Maybe we need to clear that. maybe we need to clear that through Trae first.
And
sorry about that.
One of my
biggest throwing him the lobs. Maybe that's why he's not getting as many points, bro. One of the reasons that Trae was, sorry to cut you off. One quick more thing. One of the reasons JC was so successful, bro, when he was putting up those numbers and he was shooting on that efficiency and whatever else, was because Trae Young was supporting him every game. Let's not pretend like Trae Young is there for him every night now. You know what I mean? He's not out there passing him the ball when he's open. He's forcing the ball to him when he has a bad shot, and he's going to take it because that's what the hell he's told to do. He's not driving him to the paint as the point guard. He's not officiating that offense to the point where he's putting JC in positions where he is more efficient and where he is stronger in the game. You know what I mean? That's why his numbers in efficiency are down. It's because Trae Young isn't getting him the ball where he needs to get it. And you know what else? This is the most annoying thing. I've watched a couple Hawks games recently this past week, from tip-off to final buzzer, and the thing that's annoying is the one person who I see is clapping and really pushing for something to go well is JC, bro. Mm-hmm. He's out there dabbing players up in the free throw, you know what I mean? And he's out there, he's the one kind of causing a huddle, bro. Why is JC the one who cares about this whole damn thing when he's the one getting shit on, bro? That's the craziest thing to me, man.
That's because he ain't friends with He not friends with Nick yet. As soon as he become friends with Nick Wrestler,
Oh man.
then he go. Listen,
But
man.
I tell you though,
Bro, we in trouble right now, bro. As an
that's
organization,
exactly that was the point I was just getting ready to make, man. The Hawks
we in trouble, bro.
Extreme trouble, because one of the things that's really hurting us right now, it was when you look at the front office, man. It seems like it's a lot of collusion going on right now.
Yeah,
you got it's ways, and I know we'll sit back and say, "Oh well, now the collusion is probably over with." I don't think so. I think these guys are going to do some more moves that's going to cause us to be scratching our heads a little bit. Like, what the hell is this team doing? It's ran by a 5-year-old right now, man. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, I want to make it perfectly clear. I do hope these guys succeed in what they're doing, but I just don't see it, man. I have a hard time seeing the vision.
I feel you. What's up, YQ? What's your thoughts on the situation right now, my guy?
What's going on with the House? What's up? I feel like I don't know why I'm echoing.
You probably cut your stuff off, man. Cut your speaker down.
Yeah, the YouTube video. The YouTube video could be on in the background.
Yeah,
too, bro.
mute the YouTube video.
Yeah, the YouTube video can still be running in the background.
You good now?
Oh, he got to unmute himself.
He on mute?
Yeah, he got himself on mute.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's good, Marley? What's popping, man?
Oh, he unmuted. He got himself on mute too.
Hey, y'all done muted yourself, man. Okay. YQ good.
Yo.
What up?
Marley good. What's y'all YQ, Marley, what's y'all thoughts on the Hawks right now, bro? All the nonsense that's going on.
I'll let him go first.
Go ahead, Marley. YQ still figuring it out.
Oh, look. So let's just call a spade, bro. We thought we had traded up for a superstar and we got a diva. You get what I'm saying? At this point,
all right, I think I got it.
I'm trying to see if he gonna surpass the Penny Hardaways, the Steve Francises. I don't even really want to put him in the Tracy McGrady's yet, because he ain't that good to me yet.
He ain't shit. He ain't good as Penny Hardaway. Shit.
The reason I'm saying Penny Hardaway, because in a sense, Penny Hardaway trying to turn into a diva too once he got Shaq. With all the commercials, and the same thing Trae doing.
He didn't get Shaq. Shaq when he got Penny.
Shaq, yeah, that's what I meant. My apologies on that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? He got the Shaq attack. You know what I mean? And turn Hollywood too. So it's like ever since I've been seeing Trae in these commercials, doing all this diva stuff, it's just like, bro, it done swelled his head up again. Like already his head was swelled.
Let me ask you this, Marley, and keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Is Trae Young to you, in your opinion, is he a superstar? Or
no, he's a star, but he ain't no superstar.
Okay. What you think, RJ?
Superstar
or star?
I agree with Marlon, man. He's definitely a star, but he's not a superstar player. Not right now. He has a long and this is what's so frustrating about Trae, man. He can be that. He can be a superstar. He can be, man, because we've seen it. We've seen it.
He should be top 5.
That's what's so frustrating about Trae Young, man.
You good, YQ? You good, YQ? Now you good?
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay, let me ask you a question. To you, in your opinion, is Trae Young a superstar or is he a star? In your opinion.
I'm on the fence about it, because I feel like at times like that year we went to the Eastern Conference Final. Yeah. I feel like he was showing you like he can be a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, a lot of that success went to his head. So it's like I feel like he just got to reel it in some. So he'll be able to play better, because it's just like he want to rush everything. If you winning and you averaging like 25, maybe like 9 and probably like 3-4 rebounds, they gonna look at you just as good as if you maybe better. They gonna look at you better than if you were putting up 30-something and we losing every game. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm with you. And the thing for me, YQ, quickly, is just like, that's the thing. Trae say what you want. He can either that's the thing. He can be a superstar because we've seen it because he can affect winning. You know what I mean? I think the difference between a star and a superstar to me, and you guys can disagree with this if you want, and feel free to talk about it afterwards. But I feel like a superstar affects the result of the game in a positive way. A star can drop the numbers, but he ain't going to win you the game. You know what I mean? Yeah. And to me, Trae Young can win you a game. But recently, bro, he can also cause you to lose the game this season based on his efficiency and some of the choices he makes with his shot selection. Those are the things that can affect the team negatively. So if he can change that around, make the proper shots, make the right plays. Like last night, he was fantastic. I mean, if he can play like that on a consistent basis, that's a difference. He affected the game towards you guys winning the game last night. If he can play like that consistently, he is a superstar. The bottom line is this year hasn't been that. And I just feel like he can and has the potential to be exactly that. And you're right. He was playing on a superstar level when he brought you guys to the Eastern Conference Finals. He was playing at his best. Every night he was a threat out there. He was controlling the offense the right way. If he plays like that, he can be with the rest of them boys like Giannis, your Embiid, your Jokic, how you're talking about them who affect the game on a nightly basis, and you got a game plan for them.
Right. But want me to tell y'all what y'all not saying?
Hold on, let me say one more thing. Let me say something real quick, Marley, and then I get back to you. Hey, Phil, are you on, Phil?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Oh, I just want to make sure. Go ahead, Marley.
I ain't had nothing to say.
All I want to say is a real superstar don't turn it off. The people that you just named the other night, Giannis, Luka, all these people, like, they don't turn it off. Like, we've seen them year after year after year, like,
game after game,
increasingly getting better.
Yeah, let me add this real quick.
If we have to compare Trae Young's best to 2 years ago, that's the point of why I'm saying right now he's a star.
I'm with you,
and let me add this to people in the chat, because some people like they're just pro Trae Young. Listen, we're not bashing Trae Young. We don't hate. Why would we hate our star player? What we're saying, but I will say this: just because he's our best player doesn't mean he is above constructive criticism. If he have a bad game, he should be called out on having a bad game. Some of y'all in the chat, y'all be too attached to players.
Yeah.
And I hate to see people like that, because guess what, guys? 2, 3, 4, 5 years, his ass could be gone. Then who you rooting for?
No, this year with the way that this team is right now, who the hell knows what's happening tomorrow, bro? Who knows?
That's a scary thing.
Some of these
that's real.
We just speaking on. Listen, at the end of the day, I just want people to understand. At the end of the day, guys, like I said about Nick Wrestler, even though I don't agree with the move, I need him to be successful. I will never root for a member of the Hawks to fail ever. Just to it ain't worth it for me to come here and say, "Hey guys, I'm right." For what? I don't get nothing out of that. I want to come up in here and say, "Hey, we motherfucking going to the final."
Hey, it's some people in the Hawks that's living for that though. Like these people in the Hawks
you're right. You're right, Phil. It's some Hawk fans. Like I know some Hawk fans. Who they really just want Nick Wrestler to be successful so they can say, "Look, guys, I told you." Even though they don't really follow the Hawks.
A win is a win. Nick Wrestler,
I consider them casual.
A pro wrestler. I don't care. I need a ring. That's why.
Pro
like y'all two rapper dudes, bro. Y'all can say whatever, but y'all got a ring, dog. Y'all got a ring.
Yeah,
you know
y'all
what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, hey, let me tell you something, man.
Like, we need that. Even if we got to go rent a ring, let's get a ring.
Like I tell y'all, man. Like I do every time I start the show after a win. I celebrate I take all wins. I don't, like I say, and I'm saying, I don't care who win. I mean, I don't care who on the team, who hit the shot. I don't care, dog.
Okay, I got a question.
What's up, YQ?
All right, you know how we feel like? Do everybody agree that they feel like Trae Young immature?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like Luka Dončić more mature?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, YQ. I'm gonna say I believe Luka is a little bit more mature professionally because he's been playing pro ball since he was 16. So like he didn't go through an AAU circuit. He started playing with grown in Europe. You play with grown men. Like they don't do the AAU shit. They don't do the college shit over there.
Mm-hmm.
If you good, the teams. Let me explain what they do in Europe. They do the same thing with their soccer teams. When you good at a young age, the organization come and get you, and you basically grow up in that organization. Like you go to school in that organization, and then right after school you go train. Like you don't even leave. They call it academies, right? So,
well, let me say
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm gonna say no. I would say no.
No, he ain't, man. I'll tell you what it is.
Hold on, let me hear Matt. Then we'll go Mayfield. Let Matt go, then we're gonna come to you. You got it next. All right, my guy.
All right, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because last year, Luka cussing out what's his name, Rick Carlisle. He fussing and screaming at him on the bench.
Oh yeah, he showed it.
You know what I'm saying? He throwing tantrums over there. He got the GM fired. Got Rick Carlisle left.
He dropping 50, bro. Come on,
no. The question was about maturity,
bro. The question do the same thing behind doors and it'll make us lose a game, bro.
My thing is,
Marley, the question is maturity. We ain't talking about
that got to do with maturity too, bro.
Let's just be straight. They're both immature as hell. But hold on. My thing is this though. In my opinion, bro, if you put Luka on this team instead of Trae Young right now, do you think that they're where they are in the line? Because I don't think so.
I ain't gonna lie.
What's the difference?
He at least tries on the defensive end every night. He gets 10 rebounds a night.
That's a rebound.
Keep going. 10 rebounds. What else?
He near enough averages a triple double per. You know, he tries on every possession. You know what I mean? And per night, he's over 30.
Come on.
He's
worth the game to the game.
Hey, what you got, Phil?
No, I was just gonna say, man, they really are both the same player. It's just one is about right at 6 foot, the other one 6'7". You give Trae 6'7" height, he playing just like Luka, and you probably still having the same problem. Because you know what I'm saying? Because they really the same person, just in two different situations, man.
Bro,
out there in Dallas.
Luka ain't 6'7", bro. Luka ain't 6'7".
He's 6'8", right?
Luka like 6'9", bro.
To me, Luka is where Trae was the second year. With not a lot around him, he could go out there.
No.
Whatever he wants.
No, not in his development, but team-wise.
Go ahead, Juan.
I'm about to hit this right now. Look here, man. I'm in a debate right now with Emmanuel Johnson on New Pack City about Luka and Trae. Hear me out. Trae is good for the Atlanta Hawks. It is absurd for any basketball fan to sit there and say that Trae is better than Luka. First of all, this is just basketball. We're not talking about Hawks. Put all your biases to the side. First of all, Luka is averaging 34 points a game on 50%.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
50%.
50%. Let me start. Hold on.
This nigga ain't ever done his whole career.
Yeah, 9 rebounds and 9 assists a game. So for any Hawks fan to sit and say Trae and Luka are the same, it's just a complete wash. Number two, Luka can do shit that Trae would never be able to do. Case in point, post up. He can post up.
He's unguardable, bro. He's unguardable.
He's unguardable. He's a mismatch every night. You can't say Trae is a mismatch every night. Luka's a mismatch every single night.
For the other team,
Trae a mismatch every night on defense.
He a mismatch every night for the other team.
Hey, Juan, keep going, bro.
Juan.
Here come Matt.
Hold on. Juan, hear me out, Juan, hear me out. So outside of just pure basketball wise, I think they're equal. One is just bigger than the other, right? Because if you look at, since you talk about the numbers and the points per game that Luka averages, if you look at 30-point games, 40-point games, 50-point games, Trae Young is ahead of Luka in all those categories.
He
if
has
you look at
he
shooting
has
percentage,
scored.
if you
He
look at
scored
free throw
three
percentage,
50-point games in a week.
percentage. No. I mean, I'm just saying. If you look at the numbers, point towards Trae.
You can't get past that. He scored three in a week.
I'm saying, I'm not talking.
Hold on. We ain't finna compare his stats this year.
I'm not talking about
Don't compare his stats this
basketball.
year.
I'm saying if
Don't
you
do
look
that.
at the numbers for their career, if you look at the numbers for their career,
bro, we're gonna act like Trae ain't having a bad season. Like this is
With
something new, bro.
with a
Come on now.
better team. With a
Y'all gotta
so-called
stop.
better team.
Y'all gotta stop doing this,
compare him
man.
to Luka Dončić this year.
Y'all gotta stop doing this because Luka has always averaged 28, 29 points a game. That's number one, except his rookie year. Number two. Number two. As I stated, Luka can do shit that Trae will never be able to do.
Bro, we just said that they the same person, but 1 6 foot, 1 6 8. Of course he gonna be able to post up and get rebounds, bro. That's dumb.
Size matter. I'm sorry, Trae is 6'8"
and that's cool.
230.
But Juan, Trae can shoot free throws like Luka can never do. Right,
bro? Free throws.
Free throws matter. Free throws matter. Now, don't do that. Don't do that.
He had a 60-20 triple double. A 60-20 triple double. Wake me up when Trae gets 22. Wake me up when Trae gets 22.
I'm just like I'm flabbergasted by these dudes,
games. But I'm talking about over. If you look at the two players on paper, numbers wise, the numbers tilt towards Trae. In every statistical category,
Matt, 1 second. Let me go for 1 second. 1 second.
This man almost beat the Clippers by himself with Bogdan fucking what's his name as his center. Are you kidding me right now? He was
you are winning at this point. Let's take the whole.
When I bring up numbers,
hey, hold on, guys. Hold on. Go ahead, Matt.
When I bring up the numbers to anybody who I have this conversation with, then it goes into, Luka had a 35, 20, 18 game, this game in February.
And Trae been doing that.
But I get that. And that's cool. But
no. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
On paper.
But we're talking about consistency. That's the whole point of what I just said. The whole point.
Trae ain't being consistent.
When this year has he put up a Luka game?
But Marlon,
this year,
consistency, that's where the numbers come from. His shooting
when this year has he put up a Luka game?
His free
hold on. Let me get this point. Let me make this point, Matt. Let me make this point. This is what I'm trying to say. I get what you're trying to say about Trae this year, but let's keep in mind that is this year. You go back to any of the other years, Luka ain't been that far ahead of Trae, man. Let's not do that.
I'm gonna ask y'all this.
Luka is a better prospect physically.
Phil, we're gonna keep it real simple. I'm gonna keep it real simple, guys.
Good.
And this for everybody, and this for the chat. We're gonna keep it real simple. Y'all at LA Fitness. Okay. We about to get a run.
Luka.
We need one on the team. Who you picking, Trae or Luka? Who y'all got?
Luka.
I mean, of course you're gonna. But of course you're gonna pick Luka, Demond. But I'm saying,
what do you mean, of course? What do you mean, of course?
No. Hey, no. Let me answer that. So statistically, if I already got a big dude, I'm picking up Trae. If I already got a big man, I'm picking up Trae.
No.
That's how I look at it. That's how.
We talking about LA.
If that was
Phil, let me be honest with you, Phil. On that answer right there, I'm gonna have to say, like the young kid, that's cap, Phil. That's cap.
That ain't cap.
Phil, wait, Phil, answer me this. So when you be at fitness or you outside and y'all playing 5-on-5, you really pick like that? Like, hey, I need to get a big. Or you just be like, hey,
I gotta have a big guy down low because I'm not a big guy myself. So I need a big guy to go down there and bang and get a rebound. I gotta pick a big guy. I want to look at the shooter. If I got a guy that is all around just good, I'm looking at him too. But when we picking 5-on-5, you gotta go with whoever you want to get first. put like this. I understand that you want to get. I understand.
Not all the time.
I understand.
Still be at LA Fitness building championship rosters.
I understand that you want to go with Luka because he is the better specimen, the better. I can't agree that he's a better overall skill.
You was about to say he a better player
because I can't. Because
you was about to say that though. You was about to say that.
But that's why I said no. Hold up. He's a better specimen, but he's not the better player. But he's a great player though. I'm not knocking Luka. I'm not knocking.
Philip.
Shout out my boy D-Rock back up in the building.
I said again, I think they're equal.
It's been a minute, D-Rock. Shout out. Where you been at, my G?
I think they equal too.
I've been working.
Been at, D-Rock?
Working.
Hey, I feel you. Me too, man. Shit.
Matt.
Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, go ahead. Ask me a question.
I think if we're building a team that's Planet Fitness, but this is not LA Fitness or Planet. This is you got to think about a team. Who's better to construct a team around?
Okay,
Trae
hold
or
up.
Luka?
Hold up. Let me go, Matt.
To build a
Answer
team
your
around
question.
Trae than it is Luka.
Matt, hold up. I got an answer. Brother. Career plus minus is an important stat here.
Yes.
Trae minus 178, Luka plus 538. Somebody do the math on who.
Wait, that's over career?
Yeah, that's over career.
What?
Whoa.
Yes.
What up with the numbers, Matt?
What
up with the numbers, Matt?
That number skewed because Luka.
I'm done.
I'm done.
You need to work for the Hawks. You need to work for the Hawks, bro. I'm about to explain it to you. He needs your company, bro.
Luka came into a team that was built to win 40-something games. Trae came into a team that was built to win 18.
Matt, I'm gonna have to call Cap. Matt, I'm gonna have to call Cap. Bro, how Dallas built to win? I'm gonna ask you this. How Dallas was built to win 40 games and they drafting right behind us. So how they
I said Luka's rookie after Luka's rookie season, they were built to win 40-something games. They said, all right, this is good.
Matt,
let's go out and go get veterans around them.
Remember what I told you. Remember what I told you, Matt. Matt, remember what I said. I said, and y'all told me I was crazy. I told y'all I never believed Travis believed in Trae Young to lead us to a championship. That's why after his rookie year, they didn't go get nobody. But Dallas believed in Luka because they went and got KP right after his rookie year. Now, guess what? Come to find out, Travis didn't even want the motherfucker.
You talking about Dejounte? Hold on. Who? Demont. What do you mean? Is it something new that came out today? Listen, he didn't want Trae or he didn't want Dejounte?
Listen,
you said Dejounte.
The word is this is speculation. It's coming from a third source, and the Athletic, all this shit is out here. The word is Travis did not want to draft Trae Young. He wanted Luka Dončić, but Tony Wrestler, let me put on my business hat. The businessman wanted Trae because he said Trae Young, which he's correct, relates more to the Hawks fan base, and he's more exciting than a Luka Dončić because
that came out today.
Yeah, that came out today, bro.
And because he was Quavo homeboy. He had to change the game.
Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Hey, guys, don't get me wrong. On the business side, you see, I got my business hat on.
He had a change before he played the game.
On the business side, watch this. On the business side, that shit worked like a motherfucker. Because I guarantee you, Tony Wrestler has made more than $200 million from Trae Young for, like I said, from merchandise, from season tickets, from getting on TV. He made from a business side, that was excellent.
It didn't go terribly wrong from a standpoint on the court neither. It just wasn't exactly what Travis wanted, and it hasn't gone right since. It's all going to shit this year.
But Phil, this is my thing right here, Phil.
Exactly.
My thing is this, Phil. Right. You got a general manager with where's the analyst when I need him? Because he loves Travis. So does Matt.
I'm a Travis guy. Sweat to God, man.
Check it out real quick.
We need to go back one time. Hold on. We need to go back one time.
What?
First of all, I'm going back to Luka versus Trae because I ain't done with this shit yet. All right. Wake me up. Hold on. Wake me up when Miami Heat completely stop Luka Dončić, or when Luka Dončić don't score or get shut down and just throw the ball up in there and just say, I quit and want to go home.
Hey, man. Hey. I'm not disputing none of that because I understand.
Terrible,
I'm
bro.
just saying from a statistical standpoint, Luka and Trae are the same person, except one just taller than the other, and one got more. One got better attributes.
Philip,
538.
Philip, Trae has 0 first team All NBA season. Guess how many Luka got?
I won't go by that. I won't go by that.
Hey man.
Hold on. Let me just say why. A lot. I've been bummed out on All-Star and all that other stuff when it comes to players and stuff voting or fans voting. You just get what you give.
That's not fans. All NBA's not fans.
Fans don't vote all
NBA. But I said players too.
Who votes for all NBA?
I can't trust it. Because if they don't like it, they don't like it.
Reporters
and the thing is, hold on, but let me say this. Even to your point, Luka, put like this, even disregarding the idea that Luka getting all these player votes over Trae, but keeping that in mind though, if you look at half of the other stuff, like Trae has been getting hated on disparagingly for a minute. So if all these awards as far as all player, all that stuff, and is being voted on, I don't trust it because there's a lot of things. Even though I know we would pick probably Luka over Trae as far as picking him in the LA Fitness pickup, understanding that he that much better than Trae in certain areas, but at the same time, Trae ain't been getting the proper look or the proper just due anyway on some of the accolades that he's accomplished himself. So that's why I say I wouldn't go by that.
Phil, my question to you is,
what's that?
If Luka isn't performing, do you not think he doesn't get no heat for that either? He's the guy.
Barely. It ain't as much as Trae. It ain't as much as Trae. It ain't as much as Trae.
Hey, Phil.
He definitely get more heat. He get way more heat.
Phil, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. Just in case y'all don't know. Just in case y'all didn't know. Y'all know I live in Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 2 hours from Dallas. Okay. When the Mavs lose, they be on his ass, bro.
Was see Don?
And that's good to know. And that's good to know.
That's the thing, though.
Demond, are you talking about nationally or locally?
And that's the difference, man. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Bro, who talks about us nationally, bro?
Who talks about
outside the valley? Who talks about us, bro?
That's even more to the point, though. That's even more to the point,
bro. Go look up Hawks right now, bro. We the second video up, bro. Third video up. You talking about something? We talking about nationally, bro. Come on, bro.
Wait, hold on. Third video well.
Right after the game. Right after the game, if Dallas lose or win, they talking about them, bro. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't talk about that. They don't talk about us.
That go to my point about national media.
National don't care about Hawks, bro.
Go ahead, man.
What I'm saying, Marlon, what I'm saying is, win or loss, I done seen Luka get coverage like he just won the presidential election.
Dude,
and I have to go back and look at the game and they lost.
TNT.
Because he just dropped a 60
We're in the city where they see TNT. They don't show us on TNT.
But that's actually to my point. TNT don't talk about Trae in a good light. Ain't no national media talked about it in a good light. They barely talk about that boy in a good light.
Hold on. Hey, listen. What's up, Juan? Then we go to Matt and then D-Rock.
I got another one. Gentlemen, I travel the world frequently. People know about Luka more than they know about Trae. Where I'm at right now, they know about Luka way more than they know about Trae. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Where you at?
Hey, Jordan.
I can't disclose where I'm at.
Jordan. Hey, read me that stat. What's the plus minus again?
Here, let me pull it up.
Hey, and while he pulling it up, hey man, I don't normally trust plus minus sometimes because sometimes it's funny, but that right there is crazy. Bro, 500 to negative 100. That's crazy.
Response.
They make stats for every damn thing, bro.
No, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop, bro. Y'all gotta stop
No.
the plus minus.
Hey,
The
hey,
plus
that
minus.
ain't no
Y'all
cap,
gotta
though,
stop
dog.
with
That ain't no
blinders,
cap.
man.
That ain't no
Plus
Y'all
minus
cap.
gotta
always
stop
tell
with these
you.
blinders, bro.
No.
The
Plus
Y'all
plus
gotta
minus
stop
minus.
with
tell.
blinders,
Plus
bro.
minus is
All I'm
not the
saying
end
is
all
Hey
be all,
guys,
Trae
let me
bro.
ask y'all. Let me ask y'all a
That
Don't
question.
do
big of a
that.
plus minus.
Hey guys,
That
hey
big of a
guys,
plus minus
hey,
is not all in all.
let me
That
ask
one
y'all a
is.
question. Let me ask y'all a question, right?
I don't
So
lie, bro.
all the rumors that's
With
out,
the cap.
all the rumors that's out and all the bullshit, right? What does Trae Young need to do? And I'm saying Trae because he's the star of the team. He's supposed to be the leader of the team. What does Trae need to do so we can get back on track? Because I don't think nobody in the chat.
Miracle Grow and
I
grow
don't think
7
nobody
inches.
in the chat.
He needs to.
I don't think nobody on the panel thought that the Atlanta Hawks right now would be under 500 at the halfway mark of the season.
Hell no.
So what does Trae or wrestler, what has to be done, guys, so we can right this ship? Or can the ship
Jordan, go first.
can the ship even be fixed until
Go first, Jordan. Pass it around. Just
or
pass
do
it
we
around.
need to be tanking
So
for
for
Wambamba,
me,
whatever his name is?
For me, I think the big issue with this team, and I said it earlier, and I do believe this, I don't think the whole team is playing team basketball. Last night they played a great game with team basketball. I think Trae Young is the biggest part of that, though, in fairness, right? I just said it before. I think JC hasn't been used properly, and whether you think that's coaching staff or whatever, Trae plays a big part of that, bro. You see what numbers he was putting up and the efficiency he was putting up a couple of years ago? That was because of how Trae Young officiated that offense on a nightly basis and how he was able to get JC open and how they drove JC to the paint. You know what I mean? Like, Trae Young officiates that shit, man. He just needs to get back to playing the point guard role, not the superstar ball. And if he gets to doing that, I think the Hawks are gonna be fine.
1,000.
Good point.
It's on you, man.
Who?
It's on you, 1,000.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like Trae don't never use his best asset. Like, I feel like he a better facilitator than he is a scorer. But he like to score more. So if like you said, the last past 2 games, I feel like they've been playing off each other. So if the players can play off each other, because sometimes it look like they trying to outdo each other, like show that they better players than each other or something. Now, if Trae Young can goddamn just get the group to play like he was when they went to the Eastern Conference Final, like as a team, like everybody got their own defined role and everybody know what it is and just execute. Pretty much what I got to say.
What you got?
We know,
Phil?
Matt. You got to fire Nate. We know.
Okay, so thank you.
Molly
Thank
off
you for
camera.
pointing
What you
that
got,
out,
Phil?
one son. I don't have to waste time there.
Oh, we on Matt? Go ahead, Matt.
That's evident right there. But other than that, I think the reason why John is having the success he had 2 years ago is because they're not initiating him in the pick and roll that we run so much.
Yep.
They got him isolated in the corner shooting threes. So, you could say that's Trae. I don't really think that's Trae. I think that's just the system, what it's devolved into. But I don't know if it's ever going to get right this season because so much is weak. They're still a young team as far as like the core. It's still a young group. So, I mean, you can hope it's going to, they're just going to tune everything out and focus on basketball, but I don't see it. I think it's going to be real up and down like it has been the whole season.
And you know what, Matt? Just quickly, I agree with you on that.
I'll be right back, fellas. I got to go to the garage real quick and start the car.
Right. But just real quick, because I know Matt doesn't agree with me very often. I do agree with you on that point, bro. I don't know if this ship does get turned around this year. There's a lot of things that are going really weird with this team. And I don't know if all of those problems, especially with everything going up in the front office right now, I don't know if all those different issues can get fixed this season. I'm with you on that.
Oh, that's it, Matt? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just look at it, man, whatever they've been doing these last few games to win, playing team ball, not the hero bullshit, quit standing around, move the ball a little bit, like staying active for all 4 quarters. I think they'll be okay because I think I had sent somebody that message on the comment in one of the house group, but they be on live. And I was telling them, man, or I might have commented and just said, man, if it seemed like it seemed like at some point, just taking into account all the bad news that's been out there, Trae being a part of that, but at the same time, it feel like Trae just getting the big head and has had the big head for a minute, but it's just like shit hitting the fan this time around. It's like, man, maybe he can go ahead and tune his shit down a little bit. Come, get the players back on this side. Everybody kumbaya and just trying to go out with a grand hoorah. Because, like Matt said, I feel like, man, really, shit, this season is really all for nothing if they can't just go win it. Because Nate probably gone at the end of the season. I mean, he said as much by not saying that he, isn't thinking about resigning. So keeping that in mind here, we're probably looking at a whole crazy whole situation because we're probably looking at a whole new team by the end of the year. So all Trae can do is really just, hey, man, realize this shit bigger than you. You the man, but at the same time, bro, you got to play with these other folks on the team, bro, because we got talent. And just keep trying, just try to win, man. That's all they can do.
Marley.
Win Ben Yama. Win Ben Yama. Win Ben. Now, real talk, y'all know that would be fire as hell. Trae and Win Yama, that would be dope. But can't lie, that would be some ticket sales for your ass.
Yep.
And all around. That would be dope. But realistically, raise the draft stock of the team, man. Like we on a 2-game winning streak. If we can raise that up to at least 4 or 5 going into the trade deadline, if Trae can pull out his, handy dandy GM card and get us a good center, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody who good at just blocking and rebounding, you know what I'm saying? I think we can make I don't think we all out. You know what I'm saying? I just think we need pieces to make, as well as like that, like what Jordan was saying, like that positive. He needs to push positivity, like what he was saying.
It all starts with Trae Young.
Should be, huh?
It all starts with Trae Young, bro.
Right, because remember when they were playing the Pacers, we literally almost lost because of their bench. Like if you saw Tyrese Halliburton on the bench, he was like literally the most fuel guy on the team. And most of the time, if you look at Golden State, when Steph is out, he's the most amp guy on the bench. So we have to like push that like energy. Like it's like they have the same energy Nate does. It's like when we look at the bench, it's Nate doing this, King doing it. Like literally, I remember one game when John Collins missed that one shot, and he just was on the bench like this. It's like, dude, like we just like be lost, like sometimes, like we'll lose our spirit real badly, and that comes from being a young team. So, like I was telling my dude in the chat, like I seen our dude Rauf in the gym, man. I told him, look, man, you need to tell them to give you a 10-day just for a mentorship, man, because we need some like vets, like some sniper vets. You know what I'm saying? Who can say, hey, Trae, I'm this age and I still got it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still playing good. And that dude, when you see him, you like, oh yeah, he's still like NBA ready, like at his age. And I'm like, yeah, bro. Even if it's for mentorship, because if Udonis Haslem can do it, bro, we need a mentor, bro. Real talk.
So for me, we're just speaking about Trae in general. Y'all absolutely right. Over his last 5 games, he's gonna have one game where he shot on 50%, and I think it was the Clippers, not the Clippers. I forget what game it was. We were at Indiana, and we actually won that game. That was the game where all his field goals were 3-point shots. That's like the first time Trae, every field goal he's made was a 3-point shot and not a 2-pointer, and we actually won that game. For me, Trae is a person that watch every game and look at every play, like some of you all as well, man. For me, it's it starts with Trae and his personality. It's a lot to be put on his show 4-year-old to say, hey, I need you to go out there and lead me. I'm in the Army. It's a totally different concept. You know what I mean? I've led men in war. This dude leading on the basketball court. 2 different, different concepts, man. He has to understand that you are the most scrutinized player. You are the richest player on the team. So with that comes all that package. Everything comes. You have to be willing to stand up and take out the man for it. Then someone will come in and replace you. But we're not talking about that. Trae's been better. Let's maintain that. When he shoots better, we usually win. Just look at the stats over the last 5 games with 3-2. He continue to distribute the ball. Trust your teammates. That's one of my biggest pet peeves with Trae. He don't trust his teammates. And he'll come down, he'll pull up that ill-advised logo 3, or he'll just shoot a 3 or try to drive, and that's what gets us in trouble. And you know, you don't get the foul, get back on defense, and you're not gonna get every call. You're not gonna get every call. Get back on defense. Show effort on defense. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times with him and Bogey just being la-la land, and their man is wide open. Like, you got to be as much as you are attentive on the offensive end, you got to be the same way on the defensive end. And he's got a little bit better with that as well. But again, as the most scrutinized and richest player on the team, it starts with leadership. It starts with, hey, it's on me. I'm going to lead. I'm going to be a better leader. You know what I mean? And being a better leader, that starts with you, with your play. And so he continues to play like the true point guard role, like Jordan was just saying, and keep getting everybody involved. And then he finding his shot he need to. We're going to be a better team overall. It's on you, drop D-Rock.
Man, to be honest, y'all, I hate to be bad or better news, but personally, I don't think we're gonna win a championship with Trae Young. I don't think. Not as our best player, we're not.
I agree with that.
Damn.
Because like y'all gotta think about it. If we really want to win a championship, our best player has to at least play some type of defense. Like, he gotta give me something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We talking about leadership and stuff like that. But he gotta play some type of defense, and he doesn't play any at all. And like that's the main time I'm watching defensive end. I'm not worrying about that offensive stuff. He's gonna end up straightening up eventually. Hopefully he will, but I'm not worried about him on the offensive end. He's gonna have his up and downs, a couple games here and there. But my biggest thing about him is just defense. I know he's the smallest man on the court, but I mean he gotta be able to do something, pick passes up or get some steals or do something. I mean, he got to be able to do something on the defensive end. You can't not just do anything, because if you want to win a championship, your team has to be good defensively. And like y'all said before, it starts with our best player, and he does not play a lick of defense. So, I mean, as far as this year, I mean, I think we may be able to squeeze into the playoffs, but I don't think we're really gonna like make any noise or anything like that. But
here's another question I got for y'all. Here's another question: Do we make trades at the deadline to try to improve our position in the conference and make a playoff run? Or should we be selling at the deadline and kind of throw in the towel for the season?
It depends.
I'm going to start the car.
It depends. It depends. They have to be impactful. Like, it has to be someone that's going to be impactful. And my go-to, this is my go-to, is Pascal Siakam. They are losing up there in Toronto. They are about to sell.
Are we? Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't realize that.
They're on the cusp of having a fire sale. They want a Donovan Mitchell package for OG, and they should, because OG is very versatile. He is a player that the Hawks could utilize. Someone that plays both offensively and defensively. I compare him to a Wiggins type of role. You know, Wiggins a little bit better, but OG can play the same role that Wiggins plays on a championship team. I think if you're going to go out and get somebody, it has to be a star caliber, bro. And Pascal Siakam is somebody that will come in and will help get us, I think, a 5th or 4th seed. Don't be blindsided by this. We're only 3 games out of the 6th seed right now. 3 games out of the 6th seed right now. Mm-hmm. If we go on a winning streak, starting with, we already won one right now, but we beat Miami, we creep towards them. And then the New York Knicks have been playing really well as well as 2. But if we start to get past those teams, you can creep back into the 4th and 5th seed. And having someone like a Pascal or somebody else, a Miles Turner, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying go get Miles Turner. It's somebody that can transform the team. Also, I think we need one more bench piece too. Another bench piece.
Hey man, with the Raptors thing, man. What? Just to play with this, man. Would y'all Raptors, man? Would y'all take a John Collins and some players? For a pass guy.
Y'all can keep John Collins. Y'all can.
See that show y'all right there, man. His stock is going down. He used to be the flying. What was he in the dunk contest? He flying off the cliff.
Marley, you sounded so desperate right there, bro. You was like, "Hey man, y'all take this John Collins, man. Like you this John
boy,
Collins,
he's making a
man.
deal.
Hey, bro, I'm trying to sell it. Like I got these cheese.
I got these cheeseburgers, man. Hey, listen, Marley, what's your thoughts on? Do we make a move at the deadline? Should we be sellers at the deadline?
Yes.
I mean,
right now, we talking looking at the team. What you see right now?
I mean, if we're planning to change the culture of this team some way, then yeah, you know what I'm saying, make a move. But if we're not, and we just thinking about just trying to just wing it like how we been doing it, man, we might well just keep what we got.
What's your thoughts on that, Phil?
I say, man, just go ahead and play it, man. I mean, like, because to the point I was making earlier, man, like, I feel like I kind of see the players kind of rallying around each other again or whatever. It look like they done, you know what I'm saying, especially in the midst of this turmoil. But also to that point, it seems like we play our best ball when we got some shit going on.
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie. That's what it is about it. We play our best ball with some shit going on, man. And that's what I was saying too. It seemed like Trae, hopefully this is what's happening, but Trae come back down to earth, realize, hey man, front office got their own problems. It's bigger than just, hey man, I just want to run the offense. It's bigger than that, bro. Just come back down to earth, listen to Nate, listen to the players, and fit in the system.
He part of the front office.
That too.
Yeah.
That
Matt,
too.
what's your thoughts, Matt? Should
Trey
we
James
make a move or should we be selling at the deadline, Matt?
I mean, obviously get rid of John, but I would go.
You saying like John was bomb, bro.
No, I'm just saying, like, he's been out there for so long. You gotta, you know, just for the team morale, you gotta move on past him. Unfortunately, but you know, you just gotta. He's been dangling out there for too long. You gotta move him. But other than that, maybe a couple things around the margins. But I would absolutely not try to do anything to salvage or go all in on this construction. I will wait because we all know Nate not coming back next year. Right. So I will wait for the new coach to come in.
Matt don't want us to win because Matt knows if this team go on the road, he'd be like, "Oh, they gonna think about keeping Nate McMillan ass now."
Nah. We only keep the Nate if we win a championship. But I don't want any player that the new coach, you know, didn't have input on. Something
even if it's a star.
I don't want to do anything like that.
Even if you're a star.
No, because as we see, Murray's a dim star, dim lighted star. He's not a star, but he's a dim star, and it's not working. So it's more than just getting. Yes, talent is important. Fit is more important than overall talent. It has to fit together.
Matt called my man.
Murray ain't working though. Like, I don't know about that.
Hey, Matt, you should just call him a black hole, bro.
Yeah. The way you just described it.
Hey,
no, I mean he's not a star. We all agree, right? He's not a star. Right.
Yeah, well, that is true. Black hole. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's not a star.
I mean,
he's a dim-lit star. Meaning some
hold on. Let me ask you this. What do you mean? What do you mean by he's not?
I'm trying to figure out what he means.
What?
Like, what do you mean by that? That he's not working.
It's not working. Him and Trae together, it looks disjointed when they're on the floor together most nights. Like when they play together, it doesn't look seamless. It looks like your turn, my turn.
But you know to that point, it's not necessarily probably them being a problem. That takes coaching too. Like the floor ain't even evenly spaced out at times with that. So I mean, I wouldn't necessarily put that on Murray, but you know what I'm saying? It's not like we running the best schemes and stuff out there neither though.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Tell you the truth, I done caught Murray at least 2 times in the past 2 or 3 weeks, looking like what the play is, and then somebody don't run the play, then he have to go 1-on-1. Like it's not all the way solved.
Yeah, bro. I told y'all what he do with people. Bro,
His
it's
overall
Nate, bro.
talent level
I done
is
told
not
you
up
what
to
Nate
par.
do with talent. He take their nuts and throw them outside of the Phillips Arena. And then he said, "You will not get them back until I leave." I'm serious, bro. For you to say he a damn lady star, he coming for Popovich, bro. Nah, bro. He
No, what I
know
mean-
wrong from right. That's the problem. Like he looking at it like, bro, these niggas is not running no plays, dog. Let me pick
That's
and roll,
part of
do
it.
what
That's
I
part
do.
of it. But overall, his game. You look at his game. Like he's a star to me. They can They have a bunch of very good games in a row. They're consistent and consecutive. Murray is like he's too many 16-point games, 14-point games, 15. Like it's too many mediocre games.
But it ain't just him though either though. It ain't just
But
him.
that's what
The
I'm
whole
saying.
team
Like
ain't
it's
been
not
shooting
just
really
him. Like
It ain't just
like
him, man.
Nate is literally taking these dudes. Bro, you seen him do it with AJ, bro. AJ will have a game where he damn near get like 20, 25. He'll take him out. Oh, come on out. Come on out.
Or
You're
he's
playing
going
too good, bro. You're playing too
No,
good.
they're real.
Get your
They're
ass on the
real.
bench.
Hey, I think he's getting out of that a little bit too. I think he's getting out of that a little bit.
If it was the shot attempts and the minutes, I would say yeah, that's probably right. But Murray, it's a lot of games. He's 7 for 18. 8 for 22. It's a lot. He just has too many bad games for me to
How
call
come
him
you don't say that? How come you don't say that about Trae Young when he's shooting like the other night? He was 6. What he was? 6 for what? He was like 6 for 18. Why you ain't say nothing about that then? What about the other night?
Because of my even in them type of games, he still have 28 points. 26
That's because
points.
he go to the free throw line, bro. But he shoot like shit.
But still, with Murray, like it's too many 15-point games. I could pull up his stats.
Okay, but what about
right
this,
now.
Matt? Watch this. But
many.
Matt, what about this? Like you say he still ends up with 20-some points, and he ends up with that. Why? Because he gets to the free throw line, right? So what about Murray's games where he have a bad shooting game, but he gives us 3 steals, 8 boards, 5 assists? So that's like the same thing, right?
Yeah, don't go by them points.
Yeah, bro, you looking at the wrong statistics, bro. For him.
Yeah, for him.
Yeah, man.
Well, Murray.
Shit, did he get a steal? Yeah.
Well,
Right.
I mean, Murray. Yeah, he's cool on. Yeah, defense is cool, but
defense is cool.
Oh, defense is cool.
Oh man, hold on. I'll be back.
Tell Miami that, bro.
Hey, let me say this one more time, man. Hey, let me say this one more time, guys. And I know Matt get tired of me saying. Y'all know Matt said he don't care if Trae play defense, so he don't value defense.
He did say that. He did.
Well, you must.
Hey, I'm gonna keep saying this shit every day until the channel is no more. Cause that's what Matt said.
I didn't say at all. I said I don't care if he doesn't play defense the entire game, 82 games a year. That's
what the heck? He don't play defense at all.
And I stand by that.
So how many games?
Hey, look at Jordan's face, man. When Matt said that, Jordan was like,
"What the hell, bro? I just lost all respect I had for Matt, bro. It went out the window.
What? How many games did you get, Matt?
Hey, bro. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. If y'all didn't know, hey guys, fun fact.
Cleveland cares how much
Fun
defense
fact.
Donovan Mitchell plays?
Matt and ATL Kool-Aid are paid people for Trae Young. They're paid to support Trae Young.
I see. I didn't know this.
Let me get some of that.
He gets his free shoes.
Matt, my guy, man. Matt, my guy. I like messing with Matt about that, man. That's
I knew it was the reason he was still.
Hey, Matt, real quick though. So it's cool. So Dejounte don't got to play defense for 82 games neither, right?
No. He's not. No.
He got to play defense and give you 20.
He's not. Hold on, wait, Damon. He's nowhere close to a generational talent. That's one. So he has to do the little things. Dive on the floor for loose ball. He got to do all that stuff.
Oh, but Trae don't have to do. But Trae don't have to do that. Trae don't got to do it.
But I'm saying.
But think about who his model is.
DJ can't give me 45 points.
Bro, right now we're literally.
I need him to do all the little stuff. It's different. I told you, Damon, it's levels to it. It's different.
Listen, we thought we was gonna get a Rolls Royce. We got a Chrysler 300. Steph Curry is the Rolls Royce. Trae Young is the Chrysler 300. They both look the same until they both pull up together. then you see the difference. You get what I'm saying? One has a little bit more sticks and stuff to it. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference. I'm telling y'all, look.
So
We thought we was gonna get a Steph Curry, dog.
So Matt, you don't
hold on.
Steph balls. Steph plays defense. So why Trae can't?
I got something.
We will never win a championship.
I got something. Hey,
we will
Matt.
never win one.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt.
Not with a cross of 300.
Hey, Luka play defense. Luka play defense.
Hell, he doesn't.
You done it?
Luka don't
does.
play
Hold on.
He does.
Nah.
Hold on.
Luka cap.
Trae, since we do the comparison thing around here, Trae defensive rate right now this season is 117.4. You want to know Luka's?
Tell me
110.
Yes, sir.
110. You want to know John Morant? 109.
Hold on. And what was Trae?
I promise you.
Bro,
I promise you, Trae is 117.4.
Nonsense stats.
117.4.
I mean, yes,
like
yes,
you don't need a stat to see.
I get he's a bad defender. I mean, we all know he's a bad defender. All I'm saying, I never said he was terrible. A good defender.
He's terrible.
He is. But so's
hey, hold on. Let me give Trae his credit real quick. Let me give Trae his credit.
Terrible defender.
He made a nice defensive stance against Scotty Barnes last night. Made Scotty Barnes turn the ball over. Awesome. I got to give him his credit.
Well, who was right there with him? Who was right there with him to drop the ball? Who was right there with him, bro? I'm glad you said it. Who was right there with him?
What? I don't know if you said this, but a lot of
Dejounte Murray, right?
In particular.
I think he missed a shot.
He's never going to be that player. Like, that player doesn't exist.
All I remember was Trae. I can't remember that.
You remember that play? Trae swatted the ball. He came down the court, threw the Dejounte, and he did that one-handed alley.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I remember that.
I'm talking about another play. Dejounte was in the game.
That was nasty.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that was nasty.
Somebody thought he wasn't in the game.
No, I'm saying he like our defensive anchor right now.
Oh,
bro.
right. No. That all that matters.
And two, he caught with the left hand. He didn't catch with
the
right.
I saw that, bro. I said, "Ooh!" When I see
it,
caught it, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought
a dim light.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought Trae might have messed up on that one, man. I was just like, I wasn't sure if Murray gonna catch that.
Bro, and he caught it and yammed that thing, bro. I was like,
y'all telling me y'all don't be looking at Murray's stats, be like, damn, I thought he was.
No, I don't look at
it's early, man.
I look at how he plays the game.
Matt, he's still averaging 20 points a game. He's had in his last 10 games, he's had 5 games of 20 plus or more. He did have a couple games. He had 16 and 14, but he's had more 20-point games over the last 10, and he had more 16 and 14-point games.
I'm not saying Murray's not. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying I'm not gonna lie. Like some nights, I look at him. I look at the stats. I look at his play, but then I look at the stats.
I think he just wants so much more
bro,
from him,
you
man.
look at Trae Young the same way.
Like
Marlon, he's a generational offensive player. So the rubric is different. Like
Matt,
if they were equally doing this,
hold on, let me ask you. You do know that everybody has been struggling this season, right?
Oh no,
like
he's bad.
Everybody.
He's this season, but I'm just saying, as far as the players, I'm saying Trae Young is a significantly better player.
I know, but I'm saying it's your expectation, though, man. Like that's
bro.
Like, bro,
this is
like,
first year on the team.
I don't know what you expected. Like he's not being crazy great. He's been good for us, man. Like,
bro.
It's not over. It's like the 17th. How many games we in? Yeah. Like, we've had a whole season, man. Like, shit,
I didn't say he was terrible.
Bro, you said that man was a dim light, bro.
Yeah. I said dim star. Dim star.
But you did say he wasn't working. Like, you did say he wasn't working. Like, bro, he's helped us win some games. Shit, he won that game.
It's been games where he's been like the reason we won, bro. Come on, now.
he had a key. He had a key still. Like
I'm talking about. Key games where if
those are the nights that the star is shining. Then you have other nights.
Hey, remember that game where he had like 9 steals?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
He
I
been going
forgot.
on, bro.
How quickly we yes.
I did.
He had
Jesus.
29 points and
That fool
9
went out,
steals.
bro.
Cleveland, there's
He had
plenty
a game, and he had a
of
game winning steal. We never had a game winning steal. We had game winning shots. That nigga had a game winning
Yeah,
steal,
bro.
bro. A steal, clean too, clean, not no pass. That nigga picked somebody, bro. Like, come on, dog. We don't have nothing like that.
Yep.
Like, dog, come on, man. Like, you give it
Like, you gotta give it up, bro. You gotta give it
Trae
up.
can just play the pocket passes. If you can play them
Yeah,
passes,
right.
passing lanes. I think him.
Dejounte, that nigga taking it off your hands, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
dog.
we ain't got nobody like DeAndre ain't even gave us that
bro.
record.
He going in, bro.
Yeah, like you gotta take
Listen,
take
I don't know who
think we
came on.
got
I think it was that Negro. He said it right, bro. We have certain pieces on our team that people look at our team and envy us, dog, and be looking at us like, how y'all losing?
and waiting for a motherfucker to trade them too.
Yeah,
That's exactly what they waiting for.
Hey, what y'all think about this?
We gonna get them next year, boy. We gonna kill it.
DeAndre gonna
Yeah,
get that.
right.
What y'all think about this? What y'all think about this? To me, if the Hawks are really gonna go where they need to be, my player, I'm gonna tell you, this is my favorite player on the team. I think DeAndre Hunter has to be unlocked.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has to be. DeAndre has to be the second or third person, or third best player if we're gonna ever get to where we need to be at most nights. And I say that because he's the only true two-way player we have that can score when he put the ball in his hands. He can score. His 3-point percentage has increased. I don't know if y'all been noticing that. That boy knocked down 6 threes the other night.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and he can also guard 1 through 4. I mean, all you gotta do is look at the fourth quarter against Kawhi Leonard, how he had that boy in boot camp, why he couldn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was amazing.
It's not Trae. Just like D-Rock said, it's not Trae, it's not Murray. It would have to be somebody like a DeAndre Hunter, man, that's going to get us to where we need to be at. He has to be like Paul George, Kawhi Leonard type to get us where we need to be. That's me, and he's my favorite.
Andrew Wiggins. He could be like Andrew Wiggins was in the final.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna tell you what a good ass lineup really need to be. It need to be something like a Dejounte.
No, it need to be like Poole,
AJ,
Dejounte.
and Trae. It need to be like a Dejounte, AJ, and Trae, because Dejounte, AJ, and Dre Hunter, something like that. Because now you got people like a whole defensive squad almost when you bring them out.
Yeah,
and they just murdering. Like you really can't guard them. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, like you're gonna have to really outscore them boys to yeah.
And then another player.
Then bring in Trae, Bogey, bring in your offensive squad. You know what I'm saying? To just run the. You know what I'm saying? Run the table up.
Yep. And then also Marley, like when we have fast breaks, man, I would like to see the ball get pushed out to a Dre or to a JJ more. You know what I mean? When they be running, because those are their best skill sets. JJ can dunk on anybody, and we saw he's an athlete. He can handle the ball. John can dunk too, but JJ take the ball and go in the lane and dunk on somebody. John can't necessarily do it. He catches all his off alley-oops or putbacks.
Yeah,
he got
hot. He got hot more than he got like straight. Yeah,
and a lot of trade talks too, man. I know from the last couple of years why it's heating up. It's because JJ does the same shit that he does, but better outside of shooting.
Yeah,
outside of shooting, JJ does everything that John does. He can handle the ball. He can push the ball. He has good passing vision. He can score inside. He can dunk just like John. He just can't shoot as well as John right now.
Hey guys,
I thought it was going to be actually the replacement.
Hey, just a heads up, guys. We're approaching that 2-hour mark.
Oh, I was about to say, we got.
But guess what? Hey, we can go over 2 hours because this ain't gonna get reposted. So we can go over 2 hours. So y'all can just go as long as y'all want to, family. Y'all know I'm gonna be in and out because the car keep cutting off, so I gotta keep starting.
Yeah, I bet it does.
John in this
Put some gas in the car, man. Put some gas in the car.
Put some gas in the car. I like that one, bro. That hard.
Oh, what you do, man?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, what you think about what's going on, man?
Man, look at here. This just like damn Dallas back in the 70s and 80s. What is that?
Mark
Family
Aguirre?
Who Prays. All that kind of all man, shoot. Look here.
Mark Aguirre?
I thought you were talking about the show.
Oh man. Take it back.
Man, look here. This just like Donald Trump being president. You
Oh Lord, have mercy.
you don't know where the knife coming from, Nick. You gonna get backstabbed.
Hey,
They fall on you someplace, man.
hey, man.
Oh man.
Hey, man, look here. Now, see, I know a lot of y'all. I remember when I wanted to be working in an office environment. Shit. man, them office politics is a motherfucker, man. They do something else. And see, and the thing is, what I'm concerned about, see, a lot of this stuff, and I don't mean to disparage young folk, and I don't mean to, say anything about young folk, but you got to have something inside of yourself when something is real hot, where some hot news or something you getting ready to do. You got to be like a refrigerator. You got to keep that stuff cold, man, because if it doesn't jump off and you caught telling tales out of school, it's gonna be a whole bunch of mess going on. Because see,
I thought his name was Ice Trae.
Huh?
I thought his name was Ice Trae.
Man, look at no. I ain't talking about Trae. I'm talking whoever leaked this story about the fact that they were talking about trading Trae Young. Okay, somebody leaked that out.
We think it's wrestler, bro.
Yeah, I think it's Nick. Yeah,
and see, the thing is that okay, this man, this general manager, well, then again, I'm remembering that they had a difference of opinion as to who it was they wanted to draft and keep between him and Luka in the at the very first night.
Told you that shit was real, bro. I mean, Philip, that shit was real, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no! I didn't want to get him, but supposedly he didn't want to come. He didn't want to come to Atlanta. He didn't show up for the little thing or whatever. But at the same time, I thought it was a slink move to get Trae. Like, and plus they didn't. Oh, that's what it was. They didn't trust the foreign players just yet because they had that stigma. They'll come over and don't really do nothing. So they were kind of iffy on taking Luka because of that fact too. I actually wanted Luka at first when I first saw him, but once they said they were going with Trae, I was cool with that too. I wasn't mad at
especially when they were saying he was Steph-esque.
I think they're equal, and just like I said, he said it's like a milkshake. One is chocolate, the other.
We ain't gonna get back into that though. We gonna get.
Y'all making milkshake. Y'all making milkshake. Okay. But this is my point. Okay. Travis Slink is the general manager. Now, if you got some discussions going on up there at the office, all right, some of the players don't need to know everything y'all talking about up there in the office. They don't need to know any of that stuff because, see, if something leaks out, say, for instance, okay, Joker at the urinal pissing, and you talking about, yeah, man, I don't know about that doggone Trae, this, that. Trae in the stall. Trae in the damn stall. Somebody in the stall overhear that. Next thing you know, that's down there on the floor. And then when you walk past somebody and say, hey, Trae, what's going on?
But that's why I said but Trae's in the office too, Trae in the office.
Hey, hold on. I would tell you something.
Trae is in the office. He don't go. He goes
I would tell you an epiphany I just had, man. The only person that we can trust that got the Hawks' best interest at heart as far as how the team need to be in playing is Trae Young. Don't nobody else care, man. Travis Slink ain't there no more. Wrestler gave it to his son. I don't know what Puffy K can do or whoever else on the board is for Grant Hill, but the only other person who seemingly has that much control over what's going to happen is Trae.
But do you think that's why we done start winning?
That's no.
I don't know.
Well, see, hey, wait a minute. Take a look. We just started shooting better. Okay, that's all
True.
that's going on.
True.
We just
That's
started
true
shooting
too. Now
better.
that's true too.
True.
What?
We just
You
started
know
shooting
what?
better. And see, the test is going to be these next 2 weeks. Have you seen the schedule for these next 2 weeks?
Who
I
is
know
that?
we got Miami next. Who else we got?
Yeah, you got Miami tomorrow. Now that
Yeah.
look,
We gotta whoop
that'll
their
be
head,
me
girl.
and Matt arguing. Around tomorrow in Miami, me and Matt will be fussing.
Man up against that wall. Like he got next,
Jordan,
dog.
what's up, Jordan?
What's going on, brother?
That boy
How
don't,
you
that
doing?
boy don't like
Let me
none
tell you
of it.
something. Let me tell you something. If the Hawks are shooting like Matt's background, we gonna have problems.
Right. Oh man.
You know what I mean? And that's what we gotta watch out for.
We got
bro.
that above the rim.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
Matt and the analysts get on here. We sure know gonna be fussing and let the
So you gotta roll that.
if we look bad in the Martin Luther King game tomorrow, see,
Oh,
that
man.
I
man,
didn't even realize that. I forgot it was too much.
Martin Luther King gonna kick all the dirt off his grave and
Hey, we might be right. That's the national
Hey,
game.
let me tell
Ain't
you
that game?
something.
Ain't that
Hey,
game
we
national
lose
tomorrow?
that game tomorrow, dog. We lose that game tomorrow, man. I would be so.
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm
Ain't that
talking
game?
about?
Ain't that a national game?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we lost.
Yeah.
That, my
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
No,
we
don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Wait, it's only
Nah,
wait,
we got to do it for Martin
It
Luther King.
depends. If it's on NBA TV, we got a chance. If it's on ESPN,
It's over.
ain't no money on
ABC,
it.
we might win ABC. We might win ABC.
It's on ESPN. I checked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on ESPN.
We gotta hope
Boy,
and pray.
I'm telling you.
Ain't
I'm
that
telling
what?
you.
Well, they
ain't
gonna
that
make my
what-
grandma
That's what
say
Hammer
it
say.
again.
You gotta pray just to make it today, baby.
Hey,
That's why
hey,
we.
look
But
here.
I'll say this. If you guys
Look
want to make
here.
a run, if you guys want to do something this
Hey.
year, you guys got to go on a run, and you guys got to win a game like tomorrow. If you
Yeah.
guys want to show that you guys are, or you know what I mean, if you guys want to show that you're all that, and that this year is still salvageable, Miami is a team you need to beat because that's the base level of competition you're going to be facing in the playoffs, in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Hey,
you
now
need to
if we
beat a
really
team
want to
like
go on
Miami.
a run, we need Pascal from y'all. Y'all ready to give him up? What's up?
What
Let's anybody.
Well, depends, Marley. Are you? If I request you in a trade back, will I get you as a Raptors fan in return? Like, is it like a 2-1?
If we get a ring,
Oh, no, we ain't selling out. We not selling out. We ain't
No,
selling
here's
out.
the thing about that. Here's the thing
If
about
we
that.
get a ring like how y'all got, yes.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Pascal, guys. And I've said this a couple of times. Well, I've said this a couple of times. Like me and analysts have been talking quite a bit. Here's the thing: OG, Anunoby, and Pascal, if they're traded, it's going to be one hell of a package, and everyone in the NBA is going to want them. So I don't know what it's going to look like because the one thing I'll go on record as saying is that there's not a lot of sellers this year. It seems like every team is pretty competitive, so there's not going to be a whole lot of players available that are that level in this year's trade deadline. It's not going to be like you're not going to see James Harden dealt. You know what I mean? It's not one of those deadlines. You know what I mean? So if somebody wants to trade for a Pascal Siakam, it's going to be a record return. Like it's going to be something stupid. So
hey man, we need to get Suge Knight. We need to get Suge.
Hey,
Who do y'all think we're gonna end up
Suge
letting go at the deadline?
Hey, you gonna
Man,
be
him bring some folks to
over
death.
owners and stuff, threatening them? Man, no,
Yeah.
no, hell
Yeah,
no.
that we need, bro. And then we get them some real good team because they'll be so mad. They be like, man, I gotta go play for Suge Knight, dog. He done told me if I don't get him a ring.
Crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this.
You don't give me no
Okay,
word. You don't give me a ring.
okay. Well, let me ask y'all this. Now they fired the previous scouting staff. Who did they hire in their place to do the scouting?
Nah, that's a good.
It's going to be Nick Wrestler's cousin. Nick Wrestler's cousin is going to come in
Man. Oh,
They
that's
call
a scary question, man. That's a scary question.
See,
That's a scary, but that's a question that need to be answered more than.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I'm just saying, like the team, boy, woof, they got a lot of problems off that court, boy, for real.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Right.
I wouldn't trust these people to go in the store and get me some toothpaste. They'll bring back them jokers bring back some preparation H just because it's a white tube with some red stripes on it. I'm serious.
Man.
I mean, right now, to me, it's that bad. To me, it's that bad because see, everybody up there was part of this corporate takeover or this coup, as Devon termed it. Okay, now what's your experience level? Have you even gone grocery shopping? Can you because you got to know, man, look, there's a
John, think about it, man. They can't go ahead.
Look at everything, man. Look at everything. Because see, there are reasons why you have people from winning franchises, people with experience, people who know how to shop, who know how to deal. And it's not an ethnic thing I'm about to say, but my dad, my first car I bought, my dad did the negotiating. I was mad because I wanted the car. We left the car dealership and went back to his job. And he was saying, they gonna call in a minute. They gonna call with the right price in a minute. Because see, they didn't think we were gonna leave. Sure enough, by the time I got back there, and this was before cell phones and all that, they called by 5 or 6 times. Hey, Mr. Harris, we got that price you got. And I learned how to deal and negotiate by watching him. Now, what has this man daddy done? What has Russell Sr. done? He ain't done nothing. He don't know anything about the NBA. This is a toy. The Atlanta Hawks
exactly.
Are a toy.
He ain't lying.
So I mean, you place a president or a general manager in order to maintain your toy because he's the one that has connections around the league and knows people to talk to and knows how to talk to those folks. Because see, right now, with these folk in charge right now, man, them jokers get a football player instead of a basketball player. Because they don't know.
They'll go drive Dion's son.
Yeah, they go. I mean, so that
like he gonna be just like his daddy.
Right.
And Matt told me about the relationship that Trae Young had with Russell's son. And what did I tell you, Matt? What did I tell you when you told me that?
Disaster.
Yeah.
Shit, what's the relationship? Oh, the bad is they ain't cool, are they?
Yes, sir.
Oh, they super cool.
They super
Nick
cool.
Picking them up in practice.
Super cool.
Nick picking them up in practice.
I thought they were butting heads.
No,
not
no.
Wowzer.
No.
That's why I said, but John, that's why I said he in the office, bro.
Man, yeah.
He in the office.
The office in his car.
He's trying to secure his bag like LeBron James.
Man, you can't.
Well, I tell you what, if the team go down, it's on Trae.
It's on Trae.
Yeah.
But guess what? Since he's a player, he gets away unscathed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Because
he does.
Yeah, because see, you know who they're gonna point the finger at. They're gonna point the finger at Russell's son, and they're gonna point the finger at Russell. Why did you allow this to happen? That's gonna be the question.
Hold on. So let me ask you this, because that just threw a new wrinkle in my theory on what actually transpired. So if Trae and Nick are cool, who y'all think kind of leaked the information? Because that information wasn't flattery about Trae at all.
What's that? I'm just gonna hop off, so I want to say goodnight to everybody. So
I bet that.
Appreciate
you coming on, man.
All right, man.
Have a good one.
To the extent that report is true, that was maybe it was Travis or one of the scouts that got fired in the last week, but I don't know if I take that. I take it with a grain of salt only because like he still went against ownership to get Trae in the first place.
Right.
You know what I said,
So I can't believe all of a sudden he would want to trade him.
Listen, y'all, we dealing with Trae the Diva, man. What if he knew it was gonna come out?
It's possible.
What if it was like what he said, cool, like where it's a takeover, really. Tony Russell, they wanted the team, and they said, you know what, Trae, let's do something right quick. Let's leak this info out. Let's wrestle up, you know what I'm saying? Get Slank on up out of here. And then we'll construct the team you want.
I don't know. I think what happened is somebody disgruntled released that information, man. Somebody who didn't like the relationship between Nick and Trae, because when you look at it, supposedly Nate was saying something to Trae about him going to the office on him or whatever. But hell, it ain't that hard to do when your homeboy Nick. He probably
You
might
know
have
what I'm
mentioned something to
saying?
Nick. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then that caused friction with them, and that's probably why Trae had been above the fucking clouds anyway. Not just because of the accolades and his success so far, but yeah, if you homeboys with the owner
With the
again, and
owner,
he the
bro.
one that's called, he the main one calling shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have no problem. You just gonna do whatever the
That,
hell you want to do, and it's gonna create a whole problem with the
and
team.
that's why
That
Nate can't
ain't
coach.
good.
Or
Part of it.
maybe
Part of
it's the other way around.
it.
Maybe it's the front. Maybe the Hawks did leak it as
Yeah.
because they get so much
It-
backlash. Maybe they leaked it and said this is why we got rid of Slay because he tried to trade.
But let me step in here for a second
I
because
doubt it though.
you remember the first thing that we heard about anything, and and Matt, correct me because Ticket and the analyst was talking about this. The first thing that we were hearing was Trae Young, quote unquote, didn't play that game because Nate approached him and Trae told him, Trae told him he wasn't going to participate in the shoot around. He was going to get treatment. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the Nick version.
No. Well, see, well, it was somebody's version because
You right.
That's pretty much that's what it was.
That's why I just said that because that's what it sounded like. That's what it
Okay.
sounded like. Go ahead, John.
Okay. At that point, I told Ticket, Matt, somebody needs to get a doctor, and all of these people need to meet because it doesn't make any sense that you got to choose between a shoot around and getting treatment. You hurt because you're supposed to be able to do both. Okay, if your shoulder or whatever is good, you're supposed to be able to do both.
You're supposed to be able to shoot around. Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to get your treatment and shoot around. So you hurt worse than what you letting on to be. So everybody needs to get together and find out whether we need to sit you down and power you down for a while so you can get better, because trying to play, this ain't working for you. This ain't working for you.
But also, John, anybody will tell you like what their problem was when Trae did that was like most shoot arounds ain't nothing but like a walk around. It's not like you're really shooting. So
yeah.
So again, like him missing that is like, bro, like you're not really about to shoot. We just been to go through some plays. All you got to do is really kind of go through the motion, and boom, you out of here. You like, no, I don't want to do that. So it's like, it's almost like an AI practice move. You know what I'm saying? Like practice, dude. I ain't got to do this. I'm gonna be at the game.
True, yeah.
Like,
I don't need no practice, and I don't need.
Yeah, bro, I'm at the game. Like, so that, like. That's what was the crazy part to me. I was like, oh, okay, well, somebody done made him feel like he on the pedestal.
And it's probably been like that for a while, man. You just made me think about it. Every time I think about Trae having issues with the team and all that stuff, it always made me think about that one time on NBA on TNT. And I remember, Charles Barkley just makes some little side remarks about Trae or whatever. And I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was the way I took it was something like he's been hearing about what's been going on with the team and hearing how Trae ain't been, because this is when Pierce was still with the team, and hearing how Trae and Pierce or Trae is being more sort of a disruption for the team than what's being led on by the coach and all that other stuff, whatever. But I was just like, stuff kind of starting to look a little different now. But it's crazy, man, that you still got some of the same stuff going on to this point, like a whole year later.
I believe that Trae, when we traded Cam, I really firmly believe that Trae was the one who got him traded for some specific reason. I felt like Trae has something to do with that trade for some reason. Because it just didn't. I don't know. I just had a feeling.
I think I'll say to that. I would say so, but the only reason I probably would disagree is because Cam, just watching Cam's body language on the court, Cam was never really comfortable with his role and or just comfortable playing. And it even kind of extended once you see him play a little bit for the Knicks, because I check out a couple of their games just to see how he's doing. I don't know, Cam, with what Cam was saying, he wanted a more prominent role. To your point, it might have caused him a bump ahead or two with Trae as far as to be the man. But at the same time, looking at Cam seemed like he never did have that confidence anyway to even be trying to voice that type of thing. Like you couldn't even shoot. Form wise.
Well, I think that's probably that was my thing with him. Was I felt like maybe Trae kind of took, I'm not gonna say take confidence from him, but maybe kind of, because he was just always in the corner most of the time when I was watching him playing, and like I know how that feels when you just sitting in the corner and watching everybody doing anything, you just sitting there waiting for the ball. I kind of felt like that kind of diminished him, and he kind of knew that, like, yeah, this probably ain't it for me,
But to that point, I think that is more so of a thing he's been going through since he was in high school. Because once he went to Duke, he wasn't that guy no more either. It was really just RJ and Zion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cam was thought to be that guy, but I don't know. Cam, in my opinion, got some mental issues going on that affects his performance. I mean, just thinking about how he sat out towards the end of his collegiate year, he was off and on. They was questioning whether he wanted to play hurt or not or whatever. But turned out, he had surgery. But then when you watching him play for the Hawks, man, he just looked so bothered out there. He kind of reminded me of Markelle Fultz a little bit at times. Because I'm like, seeing your skill level, man, you shouldn't be out here looking like that. Like he was looking like Westbrook was early in the season. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the first person I've seen step out of bounds consistently. I ain't never seen nobody do that. High school, little school, whatever, man. Like it's like he just couldn't get himself together. Yeah, like I ain't never seen it, but he just didn't look comfortable like the guy he was in high school.
Do y'all think that Trae Young will become like the new age Chris Paul? Meaning, like, he gonna put up the numbers. He might go down as one of the best point guards, but he might not lead this thing with a ring.
Maybe it's possible.
I'll say
it's possible.
It's too early, I'll say.
Yeah,
it is
kind of early, but
I'm
gonna say this. Trae Young was brought here and took the role of savior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now prior to this year, and Matt Analyst and Ticket, we talked about this, so it's not going to be anything unfamiliar to them. Trae Young has been saving the Atlanta Hawks for 3 years.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if it's a 50-point night that's needed to win the game, Trae Young. If it's a last second, don't make no sense outside of the arena 3-pointer that he got to shoot, Trae Young. Now, this year is the first year where they are demanding that he defer and use the help, quote unquote help, because a lot of times he don't have none, help that he has on the roster. And this is something totally foreign to him. Now, the adjustment would be better if the boy would listen to somebody trying to coach him instead of being there with the owner's son calling shots.
Right.
Son, you are not an executive. You are a player. You are supposed to be leading this team by example. If you don't hit, you give people assists, give them the opportunity to save the team or help the team out and all this type of stuff. But this relationship with Rustler and Trae, like I said many times before, Mr. Dr. Rustler, Mr. Old Rustler, if you want your son to get some training on how to be an NBA GM, send him to another team. Have him go and be someone else's protege, learn from somebody else. This on-the-job training you trying to do right now? No, not with the relationship that you have with the star of the team. Because, okay, the head coach don't have no power. Say for instance, he want to put his foot in that boy ass. Guess what?
He can't.
Run up the back step. He gonna run up the back step and go to, hey man, he talked to me rough. I don't appreciate that. He disrespected me.
That's what he doing, John. That's what he doing, bro.
That's the problem, and that's the point. Now, hey. Now, what you think the rest of the players think now? What do you think the rest of the players think now?
He ain't got no say.
That's right. And then on top of that, if Trae get mad with him, guess what?
He might be gone. Yeah. See, that's why they were saying for a while he was hard to play with, because it's like,
yeah, it's like, you know, it's one thing for the executives to have an opinion about you and be able to do something with you. It's something else entirely with added stress of the man that you playing with the ability to doggone sabotage your career. You know, a lot of these people, you know, I would imagine just like John Collins. Now, I got to take my hat off of John Collins, and I got to give him a 10-gun salute. You've been traded 50 damn times since you've been here, son. And you still play. They done traded that man 50 times.
And still be hyping players up on the court.
And look at him. On the sideline, he the number one hype man. And this man getting $100 million contract and the number one hype man on the sideline. You know, and man, and then gonna tell this man, oh, we couldn't find no trade partners for you, so you go find your own trade.
That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say a minute ago, bro. They told him to go find his own trade. Yeah. That's how much. That's crazy, bro.
That's total disrespect. Total disrespect.
That's crazy.
That's total disrespect.
Yeah, that's crazy. They
like,
told him that.
Go find your own little team, bro.
Yeah, you know,
ridiculous.
See if the and one two is still on.
That's why it's hard for players to come here, bro.
Yeah,
that's why it's so scary.
You're right,
bro.
You're right.
That's a tell a player, dog.
One more time. Something got in your.
You tell a player on his own train.
Oh man, you breaking up, dog.
You breaking up a little bit.
But it's that's just a crazy scenario though, man. It looks very bleak for the Atlanta Hawks concerned as far as management going trying to bring in talent. It looks very bleak.
Yeah, hey man, I will want to come here.
All right, well, you got her thing,
man. Hey, you still on, bit dog?
You got her ear?
Wait a minute, y'all cutting all years and stuff right here. Okay, this mafia shit. Damn mafia shit going on around here, man.
Hey, where they go, man?
Hey.
But you know, but I'm gonna say this too. See, y'all remember the Spirit Group situation, right?
Yeah.
The people before these folks.
Oh yeah.
This is just about the same damn thing. This is just about the same thing as what was going on with the Spirit Group. Because unbeknownst to us, the Spirit Group was fighting from the time that they signed the paperwork to get the team. And see, the whole deal was cursed because of the way that they did that car owner that already had the team, and they figured out some type of way to swindle the man out of the team. It was a whole bunch of this because the Hawks, I think the Hawks ended up paying that man about how much did they pay that car dealer to get him out of the mix because they had to pay him.
I can't remember.
That Texas car dealer, that was a Texas car dealer that had the Hawks. All right. And everybody was scared. I think the Atlanta Spirit Group jumped in because they were thinking this man was going to get the franchise and move it someplace. Don't get the Hawks franchise, move it someplace. And they had to pay that doggone man. But these jokers from the Spirit Group with that Luol Deng situation and the emails.
Oh, yeah.
And then you had folk talking about we only want white. Okay, we got so many black folk down here. We need to do something to bring some white folk here. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, there was a whole bunch of mess going on behind that. And these jokers here, when they fell out with the Joe Johnson trade. They fell out with the Joe Johnson trade. And hey, man, it was just a big mess. And see, this is the same thing here. This is the same thing going on here. All of these backroom politics and folk talking about each other in the coffee and getting coffee and elevator. You have to open the elevator up 2 times between flows with all of the shit going on inside of the elevator. I mean, man.
Yeah, man. It's terrible.
See, that's why these wins that I'm looking at them with the side eye. Yeah, y'all won. But how long is this gonna last? Y'all finally decided to shoot a little bit better than y'all been shooting. But how long is this gonna last? Because
keep it up.
See where we are right now in the standings. We supposed to be way better than this if this is supposed to work. We supposed to be way better than this. But right now, I'm sitting back and I'm waiting. I
just hope they go out with a bang, man. Just go out with a bang. Because we know the situation is going to be even more crazy by the end of the season. Just try to go all out this season, man. Do something.
Yeah. So I mean that's where I am with it. And I played a little excerpt of that article that the man had, Amick or whatever his name was. It did this, and see, man, as far as Travis Slink was concerned, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Because see, look. Normally, when an executive leaves or say, for instance, takes a position or does whatever, you'd have some type of press conference thanking that person for all that they did and all that type of stuff there. Man, what the Hawks did when that man left, it was
real quick. You know what you just reminded me of, man? Remember what I don't know if y'all heard it or not, but remember when Travis Slink said, coming into this season or when they were about to start making their trades and stuff, getting rid of Lou and all that stuff. Remember he said that he guessed he shouldn't have brought everybody back.
Yes.
Like it makes me think, man, like maybe there were a few folks that other folks were vouching for that he wasn't. He was probably ready to get rid of some folks and make some other moves, but the ownership or whoever made it so they just brought everybody back, same team. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like he was second guessing himself now I think about it because of somebody else, not so much of his own decision.
I said that yesterday. I said that the other day. He didn't want to bring all them people back, man. He would stay.
You made me think about it.
Yeah, he didn't want to bring them dudes back because, bro, you would never go on the radio and question your own moves on the public radio. Or maybe we shouldn't have brought all them people back. Like, nigga, you signed
right. Boy, he threw them under the bus. Jesus.
He did.
That's crazy.
But right then, I'm like, that's weird. So I tried to play it off and I sold it as maybe he trying to low-key threaten the Collins and them or whatever because they need to play better. But come to find out, no, he don't. And tell you something else. I don't think he wanted Nate McMillan.
He probably didn't.
I'm telling you.
But you know what though? Once he got Pierce though, I wonder how that dynamic worked because Pierce was the one that went and got Nate, right?
Bro, listen. This my theory. Travis didn't think this team was ready to compete. That's why he didn't want to fire Lloyd Pierce. He was like, we probably need another year in the lottery to get some more talent. But Tony Ressler, once again, He's looking at it from a business side. Hey, I'm tired of losing. We need to win so I can get some playoff games so I can make extra money. So he says, hey, you need to fire Lloyd Pierce, blah, blah, blah. He fired Lloyd Pierce. They hired Nate McMillan. And I promise you, I don't think Travis thought this team was going to go on that run. He didn't think that. I think he probably thought, you know what, even with Cook, Shaden, they may win a couple more games, but we'll still be in the lottery. So he had no idea what was about to happen. We go on the run. So now Tony Wrestler and Nick, all they think about, we're here. We're here.
Killed the team.
Like, no, we're not that good yet. We're not that good. I'm telling you, man. This shit been ran by Wrestler and Trae for a minute. This shit didn't happen. This not just this year, dog.
Hey, to your point, that really makes a lot of sense, especially when I think about maybe, even though Nate and Schlenk are cool or whatever, but at the same time, it made me think that Schlenk probably had somebody totally outside of what we got as far as the idea for a coach that was his dream of how he gonna build it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're building a team, you're building it to a certain scheme, and you're gonna make sure you got the coach for it. Bro, seemed like it seemed like he didn't even get to do that.
Listen, Matt got upgraded Nate that with that part because Matt and analysts was always telling me Nate is not a Travis guy. Am I right, Matt?
Damn. That makes sense.
That's what y'all told me. Y'all said Nate is not a Travis guy. And I used to be like, then why the hell did he hire him then? We know why. Now we know why.
Man. Some of the stuff just come to light. That's probably why he threw him under the bus on that nightcast too.
It's like they sabotaged the organization, bro. It's like they set terrible. Travis up to fail, bro. Like that shit is crazy.
And see something else. Now, I didn't know why, and I didn't know how this was going to affect anything. But when when Lloyd Pierce, what did his daughter get sick or something? Something happened where Lloyd Pierce had to miss some games, and Nate McMillan had to take over the team. I said, and it was 4 games.
Yeah. And that was the first one, right? The first time or the second time?
That's birth of the baby.
Okay, the birth of the baby. That was the second time.
That was the second time. I said, don't let Nate McMillan win 2 or 3 of these games. If he wins these games with all of the heat that was on Lloyd Pierce, I knew Nate McMillan was going to be the next coach. I told Chauncey, in fact, told Demond. I told them both, this man is going to be the next coach. All right. Next thing you know, Lloyd Pierce gone, Nate McMillan the coach. All right. Now, the problem with that was that Nate, as I understood it, didn't want the job. He didn't want the job because he didn't want, because Lloyd Pierce had brought him in. And the reason Lloyd Pierce brought him in, I was acting a damn fool last year, that previous year before Nate came, about who do you have as assistant coaches on the bench? Do anybody have any rings? The only person that had a ring was, what's his name, that got the Golden Spin Award from riding the bench out there in LA and got a ring just because they were handing them out to everybody that was associated with the franchise. What's his name? Foster. Okay. You had nobody on the staff. Nobody on the staff that could teach anybody, train anybody, do anything with anybody. Okay. So when Nate McMillan took over and they went on that run, they didn't know they were going. They were totally unprepared for that as far as having a team that could go all the way or sustain it. Because a lot of times when people go to championship finals and stuff like that, well, you really, you got to go with what brought you there and hope that it will take you all the way to the ring. But we weren't ready. We were 3 2 to 3 years ahead of schedule because we didn't have Eastern Conference Finals on the radar. We didn't have, but when just like one of y'all pointed out last time we talked, we went a whole month of January without losing a game. Oh shoot, I'm spoiled now. Let's go. Let go.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, man. Thanks for stopping by, chopping it up. Shout out to the chat. Salute to everybody in the building. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget Hawk Post Game Live tomorrow. Hopefully, it's after a win on MLK Day. It'd be really whack if we lost.
Man, if that game tomorrow, all of the Martin Luther King statues just gonna get loose from where they is and start walking.
And they need to go. They need to go and destroy that one. They just debuted. That new one needs to go.
That look like that stuff on Martin. You remember when Gina gave Martin that that mold of a butt, that bronze butt?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Terrible. But thanks for tapping in, guys. I'll catch y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.
All right, man.
All right.
Switch that V6 for the EV, ride it around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah.